fighting every minute till the weekend, so I can live it up and do it all again and again. Friday we go dive, Saturday we ride, Sunday party and let's call it a perfect weekend. Friday we go dive, Saturday we ride, Sunday party and let's call it a perfect weekend. Wednesday, and I can't wait to get away. I'm counting down the minutes till it's Thursday. I'm holding on for one more day. I'm fighting every minute till the weekend, so I can live it up and do it all again and again. Friday we go dive, Saturday we ride, Sunday party and let's call it a perfect weekend. Friday we go dive, Saturday we ride, Sunday party and let's call it a perfect weekend. Friday we go dive, Saturday we ride, Sunday party and let's call it a perfect weekend. Friday we go dive, Saturday we ride, Sunday party and let's call it a perfect weekend. The perfect weekend. The perfect weekend. Let's call it a perfect weekend.
Hey guys, and welcome to Journey and Friends. I'm your host, Journey Ryan. Guys, it is the weekend already. What? Let's do this. We're going to have a great time tonight. I've got some amazing psychics here to help me out with the friend part. So let's make sure we send out all the beautiful emojis. Let's share. Guys, let's share far and wide as we can. Get to as many places as we possibly can, because sharing is caring, guys. Let's see those beautiful hearts, those beautiful thumbs up. Guys, make sure that we're going to try to get to as many people as possible. So guys, if you have a specific question, you want to get on the free 2-minute list, go ahead and post a specific question. If you have a general reading or would like something a little bit longer, guys, go ahead and send a donation. We will be more than happy to take a look at that question and go and dive a little bit deeper. If you have a 3-minute if you donate for a 3-minute reading, make sure you guys choose which psychic that you would like to communicate with, and we will put them on the screen, and you'll be able to have that 3-minute. All the other ones, the 5, the mini, the medium, and the mega, those are all of us. So guys, just know that when you guys get those readings, it'll be all of us at once. So not at the same time, but we'll break it up into places. We got the medium, the mini, the medium, and the mega. Those are non-timed readings, guys. So make sure when you ask your question on that you're not have to worry about the time, and you get a lot more time with us. That means sometimes it's 3, 4, 5 minutes per person. That's good old reading there for you. So guys, make sure if you guys are wanting those longer detailed readings, go ahead and check out the donation link. It is pinned to our Facebook group, and it is being posted periodically throughout the show. So guys, make sure you guys are checking that out. Guys, I'm super excited. Guys, we are back with Journey and Friends. Season 2 for that has already started. Woo! All right, so we have more shows to come, guys. We are looking at a ton of shows. We got dream interpretation shows. We got astrology shows. We got tarot shows. We've got mediumship shows. We've got all kinds of stuff. Looking forward to talking to you guys about all that. We've got some interview shows coming up, some great stuff, great content, new practitioners for you guys to check out. Some of them you'll recognize, some of them you won't, but definitely looking forward to you guys meeting all the new people that we're bringing forward. And I think we're up to 17 shows right now. So get ready because we've got a load of psychics for you and at different times. So we're going to have a great time with that. Season 2 right around the corner starts September 25th at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's when our first show is going to go live on the air for our second season. We still got more time with the summer season, and we're going to have a great time with them while they're here in the summer mode until they transition and become butterflies for the fall mode. So we're getting ready for that. I cannot wait to watch all this beautiful content come out for you guys. Guys, make sure you're checking out all of our YouTube content. We've got tons of stuff coming out now. We've got weeklies, dailies. There's so many to name off. We're just going to have to start posting a list for you guys to take a quick pick with so you can see all the beautiful content. Everybody's working really hard to give you guys all the things that you need in order to get some questions, answers, and the answers that you seek. Some really good information going out there, and I'm really excited. All right. So enough of me chit-chatting. Let's bring on some of my friends. Right now, we've got Energy, the metaphysical crone. What's up, Energy?
Hi, I am so excited to be here because it's the end of the week for you. It's the start of the weekend for me, and I'm ready to party and do readings. It's awesome.
I'm looking so forward to this Friday because we haven't had a chance to read like this, and oh my gosh, it was season 1 when you were on there, and now you're on your own. You got your own show. You're having a good time, having fun. So I'm so glad that you're here with me tonight. But I also have another friend of mine and someone you know quite well as well, because you guys just worked together last night, or no, the night before, Wednesday night. Let's bring on Bunny.
Good evening or good morning, Energy. I think it's afternoon for her. Good noon, y'all. How we doing?
Anything afternoon is good.
Yes, good noon.
Good noon. No problem. We'll take it. Looking at all those beautiful people walking through the door, guys, make sure we're sharing out far and wide as we can. And we're going to try to get to as many people as we possibly can. Like I said, guys, if you guys have a question that is a general, make sure you click the general button, a 3-minute, a mini, a medium, or mega. Those are not general readings. We have one button for generals, so make sure you guys put that on there. And guys, if you're looking for a reading, make sure you guys are posting those specific questions. If you guys are patient and nice, we were going to get to it. If you get impatient and start not following the rules, your question will get skipped. So let's not get any skip questions. Let's go out there and let's have a good time. When it comes to posting a specific question for a free reading, you only get one free reading, but we do have a yes-no round where you guys can get a yes-no answer. And those are really hard for us because there's always that moment where you're like, yes, but damn it. So I want to tell you more, or why you're getting yes or why you're getting no. So yes, those are definitely a hard thing to do. What are you drinking? Oh, we haven't gotten there yet, Gemma. Just a second. I honestly, tonight, I'm not drinking. I'm just actually having some iced tea tonight, just plain old iced tea. So that is my drink of the night, ladies. What are we drinking?
Oh, so we're starting with water, and if we chase it down with a soju later, please don't judge me. Judge me tomorrow. Judge me tomorrow.
And Energy's probably drinking a cup of coffee or tea this morning.
Well, I've already had my coffee and I'm already hyped up enough, so no more coffee for me. No, for me, it is my faithful bottle of water.
Oh, well, we can do water. Like I said, I'm drinking some tea to keep me going in my nice blue cup here, and make sure I keep hydrated because we got a lot of talking and a lot of things going on here. So I cannot wait to be able to be okay. And okay, sorry, I just read something and it kind of threw me off. But we're going to be doing all right, guys. Let's make sure that we are are asking our specific questions. If we have those general questions, make sure that we donate for those. And mediumship, make sure you click the mediumship button. If you're wanting a medium, you can get a medium on a mega, or a mediumship, but minis are not mediums, or the other donations are as well. So, but I do want to say, guys, we will not be talking anything medical or legal. They are against the law for us to answer. So unfortunately, guys, we're not going to be able to answer those questions, but we can answer other questions. Pregnancy is a medical question, guys. That is a medical question. So if you're asking about pregnancy, sorry, guys, that's out of the question. We're unfortunately not allowed to answer those. We are worldwide, so we have to go by other countries' rules as well. So we can't just make an exception for one and not the other. So we automatically just put it all together in one thing. So there's tons of other things to ask about. So don't worry, we'll get to those. And guys, make sure you guys are sharing us out far and wide. Give us that love. Let's see those thumbs up. Let's see those hearts. Share, share, share. Share to your friends. Share it to your neighbors. Share to anybody that you possibly can. And guys, don't forget about those beautiful emojis, because at the end of the emoji, at the end of the show, we're going to play our emoji game. And whoever wins that emoji game, we are going to I'll be doing a reading from the Sacred Forest, as I always do when it comes to the emoji game. And the ladies have some beautiful cards that they're going to add to that. So you're going to get a magnificent reading. So whoever posts those beautiful emojis the most wins. That's how that's it. We got somebody in the back counting them out as they come through. And we're going to try to get to as many questions as we possibly can. Ladies, how are we feeling tonight? I'm feeling like... I drank that coffee, so now I'm like all wound up.
Well, I've had my first coffee of the morning, so I'm buzzing. So look out.
Betty, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm ready. I'm here mentally with you today.
All right, good. Let's do it, guys. So how we're going to do our lineup, we're going to start off with energy, and then we'll head it over to Bunny and then to myself. So guys, are we ready to get some readings in?
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and take our first question. Our first question is for energy.
Okay, beautiful Gemma is here. Hi, Gemma. So lovely to see you again. And Gemma asks, hey all, I'm still thinking about this trip to visit Adam for a while. Will it happen, or will it be better to do it before or after my hysterectomy operation? Well, that's kind of like two questions, Gemma. So let's focus on whether it will happen or not, this trip to visit Adam. So I'm just shuffling my deck to see what the cards reveal for you. Okay. I feel that for you, I've got the Seven of Swords reversed. So this is saying to me that you've got to get out of your head about this. You've got to stop overthinking things. It's about going with how you feel. You know, life has to keep going on while you're waiting for something else to happen. So this Seven of Swords is saying to me, get prepared, be as prepared as you can be in order to take this trip. I've also got the Temperance card reversed. So things are out of balance for you at the moment, and I understand that. So it's about you getting back into balance. And for you, I feel it's about getting back into balance emotionally around taking this trip. I've got the Four of Swords upright, and I do feel that you need to take this slowly. Just take it slowly. The thing about this is the timing is about when you feel you can do it, as opposed to just outside influences. So go with how you're feeling, plan it out, have some contingencies in place for this trip so that whatever happens, you can cope with it. And then we've got a couple of T-coins. It wouldn't be a reading without T-coins. And we've got the Dragon. So this is saying it's about building up your energy. It's about building up the excitement about wanting to visit Adam. And then I also have the Mermaid. And so the Mermaid is about you being seen in your best light, you seeing yourself in your best. So I feel the trip can happen, but you are the one that has to make it happen. I hope that helps. And thank you for your question.
Absolutely. What a beautiful reading. It's definitely difficult to put us in the order that we're in so that people know. All right. So I just watched this go. No, smooth criminal. All right. Gemma says, thank you so much. You are so welcome, Gemma. What good information there. And guys, have you noticed how all this energy has been very, people are feeling very emotional, very sensitive to all the energies happening around us right now. And with Venus retrograde, has really made people very sensitive. And some people are capable of can handle all that sensitivity. And if you are a water sign, most of you, now again, most of you will be able to handle it. Some of you will take that extra sensitivity and really go deep. And sometimes it's not so nice to go too deep. Not too deep. Because some things we want to lie at the bottom and just never bring it back up. And sometimes we need to kind of bring that to the surface so we can deal with it. But the energies have been very sensitive. And I've noticed it started when Venus went, almost said, when Venus went Mercury, when Venus went retrograde.
Yeah.
But
and
Mercury,
Venus is conjunct the sun at the moment as well. So Venus and the sun are really close to each other. They're both in Leo. So this Venus energy being retrograde, stuff coming up from the past, the emotional past, those old relationships popping back up unexpectedly. But in the sign of Leo, it's a bit more fiery as well, because Leo is a fire sign.
And with it being in Leo, it also is bringing up this side of the me moment, me. And we're digging in ourselves rather than having the others dig at us. We're digging in ourselves.
That explains.
And that's what I was talking about. Let that stay down deep. Don't bring it all to the surface, because when you bring everything up to the surface, it really causes a problem.
And we've also got Mercury in Virgo as well. So there's that self-critical energy coming in, self-communication, being overly critical as well. So it all adds up, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And that little sucker's creeping into retrograde too. It's like, here I come. And then we've got and Pluto wants to be in retrograde. And I think it's Saturn. No, is it Saturn? It's either Saturn or Neptune.
Saturn's still retrograde.
Yes. And I think Neptune's on its way too. Neptune is on its way too to retrograde. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, when I was born, Mercury, Venus, Neptune, and Pluto were all retrograde. I'm about to be in some power, baby, some power. I'm going to be feeling some shit.
Look out, wow.
Good.
I got to get prepared. Where's the camera at? Where's the camera at? They're going to want to film this.
I want to be a fly on the wall.
Exactly.
I just want a teaspoon of what he gets. Just a little bit. I just want a little bit. Please.
Don't worry. I got enough to share. Don't worry. Yeah. All right, guys. I love you guys sharing out and bringing all this to us, bringing all these people to us and all these beautiful emojis. We appreciate it. We're going to keep it rolling and take our next question. Our next question is with Bunny. What do we got?
Hello. So Unique wants to know, will me and Jabari get married and have a family? So that's a really good question. And because, Venus is doing what Venus likes to do, it's going to be really interesting and how different types of relationships end up forming. So I do feel like there's the possibility of you two getting into a relationship, but I'm going to be honest. There's going to be some really intense communication that comes. There's an Eight of Swords reversed here. This Eight of Swords reversed is kind of pointing to feeling a little bit of trying to break out of a mundane or a system between the two of you. So it kind of feels like there's something you need to say and get off your chest. You have a Queen of Swords upright. That Queen of Swords is ready to speak her mind. She needs to say what she needs to say, and it's time for you to say what you need to say. Remember, all these planets are doing this thing because you need to bring out your communication. And so I really feel like there is some tension that needs to be cut. There is some boundaries, especially that need to be set in the terms of your relationship. So will you two get together and get married? I think yes, because aside from this card in my hand, which we'll get here, there's a Fool card here, which is talking about a new start, a new beginning, a fresh leap. Essentially, the Fool is taking flight, taking anew, jumping off the cliff, and hoping you land on your feet. That's essentially what the Fool is. But then we have this Tower reverse. And she comes out next to this Queen of Swords. This is a need essentially for you to speak this communication that you need to speak with Jabari. Put your boundaries down, draw your lines in the sand. And if you can do that, you can avoid what the Tower card really is, which is the breaking down of walls, the breaking down of communication, the breaking apart of everything. If you two are able to find that communication and you're able to say what you need to say and how you feel and how you want to feel it, then yes, you two will get this fresh start and you two will definitely get married and begin the life planning process together. Got the bell, but it's gonna take some work. But you got this. You just gotta be open with your communication. I hope this helped you.
All right. Good stuff. Sounds good. You know, especially just, I love how you brought up how that situation can trigger a domino effect with the sensitivity and the communication. And then you've got that serious communication. And, you know, Venus is like, sprinkle that on top of that and see how they feel.
Sprinkle.
All right. Yeah. But if you are aware of these types of situations, you can better prepare for that conversation, knowing that, okay, so we're both going to be sensitive. So when we have these conversations, we're going to be able to go, oh, okay, so don't take it this way, or give yourself that chance to think about what's being said rather than, you know, and your partner may not be a person that believes in the stars and how these things affect us, because we all are affected by these. There's different pulls. There's the way that they vibrate different energies too. They don't just vibrate in the same way all the time. The earth changes its own vibration. So if we were living on Mars, and I think it was Squirrel and Energy and I, we were having this conversation, we'd be looking from the perspective of, you know, the not really taking in that consideration of the vibration here, but what Earth was doing to us, or, you know, and so we've got all these different things. And there was one thing that when we get to our astrology show in season 2, I want to talk about how we talk about all the major planets, but it's very rare do you ever hear anybody talk about the asteroid belt and how that affects us too.
Ooh, that's something I've never actually sat and thought about.
It's not something that's talked about often, and I think there's a little less to know, but I have conversated, you know, with our wonderful astrologer, Squirrel, about different things and these types of like different effects. Like we were all looking at what was it? We were looking at solar flares and how that was affecting us, and you know, we failed to remember that the sun can spit some stuff at us too.
Yeah,
and not only does it spit it out, it'll fry us out too. But you know, we've so yeah, it's definitely, everything has its effect. We know the moon affects us. We know that the sun can affect us, but then there's storms that come from that damn sun. That's like, hey, check this out, and we weren't prepared for it.
I can't wait to see.
How y'all doing? We miss you. Oh, thanks, Destiny. Miss you too, sweetheart. All right. Well, guys, we are going to keep it going. So let's go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got? All right, we got Pooja. So hello, may I know if anything good coming in job and career for that matches my interests and are in the highest good? All right, so Pooja, the way that you worded this question and what I was picking up is that you were only looking at the positives, and I know we only want to hear the positives, but we also need to be able to deal with some of the things that aren't happening or are causing you to want this bigger change in a more positive direction. So by taking that first step of making these changes and looking at things from a different perspective. When it comes to career, I know you're trying to, I keep seeing a search for something bigger, something better, something stronger, something that's going to be a little bit more fulfilling for you. The current situation that you have going on, I do feel like you could find that balance within the things you've got going on around you, but I do feel like that's something that's going to take time. And I felt as though a better opportunity would arise for you. I'm not seeing that you can't move forward with what you've got, but there are better opportunities coming your way. And I want you to be ready and prepared for those, because I'm seeing that energy changing. I'm seeing that positivity, and something you were not looking for all of a sudden drops in your lap. It is okay to take a look. It is okay to research outside of what you feel may be your comfort zone. Allow yourself, there's growth everywhere. And I do feel like you are in a place where, yes, positive things can happen, but start letting go of some of the things that aren't changing. If it's something that's out of your control and you cannot change it, dang, I blasted through that one. I didn't even realize I started talking yet. All right, everybody's muted. Energy and money. Oh, it was a double mute.
Didn't you say it has to happen at least once per show? Someone's muted.
Oh, don't worry. Squirrel loves to be the queen of mute. She says, oh, you muted? I can do it 3 times more. Watch this. Dun, 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 dun.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
She thinks she's tricking us, but I know it's a competition. She's in a competition. She doesn't do that on purpose. She just, well, in a way, she's doing it on purpose because it's a competition. She's like, I got this.
Just a little bit.
Oh, but Bunny and I have made our quota for the night. We've done our one mute.
No, I love it because Squirrel and Pooja says, thank you, Journey. Yes, you're right. I'm looking for better things to come. Absolutely. But take care of the things in front of you, sweetheart, so you can get those more positive things. All right. So, guys, guess what? We just made it to our first yes-no round. What? Yes-no round is here. We just made it through our first round. So, guys, this is where I'm going to ask everybody to put their yes-no questions. You can ask as many yes-no questions as you want during the round. So, guys, make sure you guys are getting as many of those yes-no questions out there, and we're going to try to get to as many of them as possible. And if we don't get to that one, then we'll go ahead and put it on the next round, because we're going to be here for a little while, so we want to have some fun with it, and we are super stoked to be able to answer these questions. All right. So I know, get ready for that. Only say yes, no, or undetermined. There is an undetermined. So sometimes it's not a yes or a no. There's still a lot of actions to be put forth before you can get to that yes or a no. Some things are just can't be answered with a yes or a no.
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah. Okay,
I wanted to play this game with you guys so bad for so long.
Here you are. You're ready to play with us. All right, let's have some fun, guys. Let's go ahead and let's get that timer started now.
Okay, so should I trust the offer my brother is talking about, please? Yes.
Let's see. Has Naman been feeling bad about our connection after our last conversation? No.
Pooja says, will I find a job in Bangalore? I hope I said that right, city. And that's undetermined right now.
And Kelly asks, will I get money from an unknown source? Let's have a look. That's a no.
Let's see. Gemma wants to know, should I get someone to help me babysit my grandson next week? Yes. Yes.
We got Lynn. Lynn says, will I finally find a doctor who will figure out headaches? Well, that's medical, so I'm going to take the next one, Lynn. So please ask a question that has nothing to do with medical, okay? All right, we got Robert. Robert says, will I be stuck in my mother's house for the next year? Unfortunately, yes.
And Lynn asks, will I be moving very soon? Yes.
Kelly wants to know, will Rain get the car he put an offer on? No, unfortunately. Aww.
Destiny says, will Hunter come back to England in September? Yes.
And Arlene asks, will I be financially sound by December? No.
Gemma wants to know, will I reach my goal weight? Yes. I have so much more to say.
We've got Kay. Kay says, will my son have a successful 4th grade school year this year? Yes.
And Lynn says, after not talking, will I talk to Ray very soon? I have a no for that one. I'm sorry.
See, Pooja asks, will Naman and me team up in careers? I'm sorry, the answer is a no.
We got Destiny. It says, will my daughter have a good year at school? And yes, she will.
Kelly asks, will I find a place to live? Undetermined.
Let's see. Gemma asks, will I order new glasses next week? I hear no, unfortunately. Aww.
And then we got the damn bell got me.
The bell. That bell is a blessing and a curse. I love the bell, but then also I have so much more to talk about.
Wanted to answer that. Hold that question for the next round.
Yes.
All these questions that just came through, if you didn't get those answered, you can always save them for the next round because we're going to have another yes, no round. Guys, make sure we're sharing us out, giving us those hearts. Let's see those thumbs up. Let's subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got so much YouTube content coming out on a daily basis. Sometimes we got 6 or 7 new things coming out at the same time. So we definitely want to make sure you guys are getting a chance to check all that stuff out. And there's more stuff coming. More and more stuff coming. Destiny says, say by the bell. Be okay. You got the bell. I got the bell. Oh, yeah. Got to do a Destiny there, guys. All right. So let's keep it going, guys. We're having a lot of fun here. So we're going to make sure that we can try to get to as many people as possible. So guys, please be kind and respectful as we try to get to everyone's question. We're going to go ahead and take our next question for energy.
Okay, and we have, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Nagar or Nega. My question is, will I find a new job? I need an exact time frame. Well, you know, when it comes to doing readings, we can't always be completely exact, but let's have a look about you finding a new job and some potential timing for you. So I'm going to look at October, November, and December for you. And you know what? I've got the victory card for October. So I do feel that there is something on the horizon in the month of October for you. Let's add a T coin to that because I feel there is more than just the when going on here. But I do feel that this opportunity is going to be one that will slowly bloom and grow. So I feel the opportunity is there for October. I do feel, though, it is going to be a bit of a slow journey, but for the long term, it is going to look like it's going to blossom and grow and be favorable for you. Let's add another card to that and see what else I can tell you about this potential new job for October. I feel that this is a job you've actually got to actively start looking for. I've got the 3 of coins or the 3 of pentacles reversed. So I'm really feeling that don't sit back and wait because it looks like October is going to be the month for you. You need to put the work in. You need to turn this card around, put the time and effort into applying for different jobs so that when the right one comes up, you will recognize it. I also have the 4 of cups here, and I feel that, again, I'm re-emphasizing for you, you need to take action. You need to put in the work and the effort to make this happen. I know the wish is there because this is a card of looking in the future and wishing and hoping for what it is that you want, but it's also still in your head rather than in practical application. So make sure that you put the effort in, put the work in. But looking at the cards, it looks like October. I do hope that helps, and thank you for your question.
All right. What a beautiful answer. They had a beautiful question and got a beautiful answer. All right, guys. Now, these beautiful ladies are on our summer show, so you guys can check them out. You can catch Energy on Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on Energy, the Metaphysical Crone, and on We Psychics 3. And you can catch Bunny every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. on We Psychics 3. Now, Bunny will be getting her own show here soon, starting September 25th. So, and it says, thank you so much. You are so welcome. All right. Beautiful energy. So what are you guys thinking so far, guys? You've been in this show doing it for now. Well, Energy, you've been here for about 3 months now, and Bunny literally just started a few weeks ago. So how are you feeling about it so far?
Oh, Energy, do you want to go first?
I'll start it off.
I am having a blast doing this. Journey, what you offer here, not just for all the psychics and all the team behind the scenes, but what you put out there so that everyone can benefit from readings, everyone can interact. And I just love being part of it. But you know what? One of the best things is? It's fun.
Exactly. It's so much fun. And giving everybody a chance to get a reading is like, not everybody gets that opportunity. So this gives them a chance to actually see what readings are about and having great readers that they can, communicate with, and even privately. Kelly says, Energy, I'm loving your spill the tea. Thank you for that. All right.
Thank you. You're so welcome, Kelly. I love doing it because I like drinking my cup of tea as well.
Ooh, tea sounds so good.
Tea's sounding really good. I got some tea, but I ain't got no leaves in it. I took all those out. So this is just the brew.
You had to get the sweet in there. You had to take the leaves out. You got to get that sugar content in there.
Exactly. Gotta put that sugar in there. Gotta have some fun with it. Yeah. All right. So, Bunny, how you liking it so far?
I honestly love it. I was really nervous at first, honestly, because it's been a very long time since I've been on any kind of public camera like this. But this has been probably one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. I'm having a blast every time I get on, even if I start out nervous. I get into it. And honestly, I just feel so blessed because I'm having the time of my life. It's been such a beautiful opportunity. And so thank you so much for that. And thank you all for welcoming me the way you guys have. It really feels so nice and like a close-knit family. I love it so much here.
Yes, we love that feeling, and supporting each other and being able to support the people out there. We have some amazing people that come here to get their questions answered. They're always here to support, sharing us out, and we're so thankful for that. So I love this. I've been doing this now. I did radio for 10 years, fully just radio, and then I started doing the lives plus the radio for the last 5 years. I took a 2-year break, so it would have been 7, but I took a 2-year break. And then I came back to it, and I started looking for other psychics to join me and have a lot of fun. So it's been just a blast being able to, get people out there, and the opportunities keep roaring in. And I'm very thankful to have not just myself, but everybody here to be here with us and to have a good time and just really just love that energy. So
and if I can energy. If I can just say the thing that I really appreciate most from my heart. Oh, I'm getting serious now. Look out.
Oh, I like it.
I appreciate from my heart is that the trust that people put in asking about what's going on in their life. That's a big thing for people to trust. And I so appreciate that. And that is why we go out of our way to do the best that we can for every single person.
Absolutely. And, we had some of the audience members mention that they become invested in some of the people who ask questions, and they want to see how things are turning out for them. Because sometimes we've got people that come to us that the question is so deep or reflects their lives so deeply that, you're like, well, that's it? I got to come back and ask another question so I can find out what just happened. I need to know the outcome of this situation. And people do come back and provide that information. And we go deeper into the situation. Sometimes we move on to a new situation because what they were asking about has come to its conclusion and something new has appeared. So there's lots of things that we tune into. So let's keep it going though. Let's go ahead and take our next question for Bunny.
Look, you guys caught me crazy. So Arlene wants to know, will me and Stuart end up together? Anyone who are drawn to me can answer. Thank you. Okay, so Arlene, you want to know if you and Stuart will end up together? Excuse my Pisces emotions. I'm all tearing up and stuff. So let's see. Will you and Stuart get together? Oh, I think there's been some complications between you and Stuart before in the past, and I think it's really going to start showing up very soon. So we're starting off with a 3 of Swords reverse. I'm sorry, it's not reverse, it's upright. Oh my God, I'm crying and I'm blind. I'm so sorry. But we're starting off with a 3 of Swords upright. And that's kind of giving me an automatic no. That's kind of your symbolic heartbreak. And especially with the Star card reversed, this is talking about your lack of wish fulfillment and fulfillment in general within this situation. I'm not really seeing you two getting together. However, it doesn't seem like it's for a bad reason. Everything in this world happens for a reason. Even the horrible, crappy things, it all happens for a reason. And it's all going to work out. And that's why your Judgment card should always come up upright in a situation like this. This means this is going to work out and you both are going to move on in a way that allows you both to not only heal from past situations, because I feel like a lot of this right here, this separation, this heartbreak is due to past issues on Stuart's side. So there's almost like a disconnection between what he feels for you and what he's able to emotionally put out. But because everything happens for a reason, I do feel like what's happening is you two are going to be put in a position of healing. I don't see this coming together at a later date, but what I do see is you two being able to move on in a healthier way with different partners outside each other, but still being able to feel happy for one another. Yes, so it's all going to work out. It sucks, but it's going to be okay. Just breathe through it, and it all happens for a reason. The universe has you at all times. So I hope this helped you. Thank you.
Well, it's funny how you said that too about, the universe has its own way of making things happen. There are things in our lives that we have to understand and feel or go through in order for us to understand what or appreciate what we have in front of us, or understand that maybe something's not right for us and we're trying to make something happen when it shouldn't.
Yeah. I've learned the universe likes to push you in the most uncomfortable way possible, sometimes the most unnecessary way possible, just to get you to understand, hey, this isn't for you, honey. Just look in a different direction. It's good over there, but not right here.
Right.
But it's rough.
Right. And sometimes, a lot of people are like, oh, the grass is greener on this side. Sometimes the grass is greener over there. It's because they used bullshit.
Yes.
To fertilize the grass. So it's actually really green because they keep filling it with some bullshit. So
hey, it'd be like that.
She says that, think you needed to hear that. Doesn't suck. I knew I met him to teach me something and wasn't sure if he was meant to stay.
Oh, right. You're so very welcome. But that's good. That cognitive understanding of what this is, beautiful. You're doing amazing, sweetheart. I love it.
It goes right as to what we were saying about, some things are just meant to be here for that moment so we can get that understanding.
Yes.
Because sometimes we don't pay attention to ourselves. We pay attention to the other people. And then when it gets too far, then we start worrying about ourselves because we're hurting, we're misunderstood, or people are not getting why we're feeling the way we're feeling because we just completely ignored ourselves and focused on everybody else. You are a person too, and just like everybody else, you need to treat yourself with that type of respect as well. It's easier to tell somebody else to do something and to tell them you need to, let's say you're a manager. Oh, you need to fire that person. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, you need to do that. Leave that guy. He's a piece of crap. But when it comes to them doing that, they're like, oh, well, they'll have 1,001 excuses as to why they can't do something.
Yep.
So we
and the other thing, And the other thing is too, have you ever noticed something, you're going through something at the time and you think, no, I don't want that to happen, or it didn't work out. And then a year later, 2 years later, you'll look back on that and you'll go, oh my Lord, I now understand why that didn't happen for me. And I am so much better now because of other things that have happened. So it's not just about what's happening in the moment. It's like a continuum. Now I sound like I'm in Star Trek. It's like a continuum.
Make it so.
Make it so.
Oh my God.
I was waiting for that. I've been dying to have somebody say something about Star Trek.
There you go. We're going to
Just
call
so I
you
can say
Captain
that.
Journey. Captain Journey from now on.
Mhm.
Yes, Captain.
Our ship is the NPC.
Oh my God, my fiance would have a ball. We're mentioning Star Trek. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's fun. Get into it.
I like it. It's not bad. I gotta watch
Right.
more of it though.
All right. You'll grow an appreciation for the show eventually. It's
Yes.
fun. All
Yes.
right. So, guys, let's keep it going. Let's keep sharing this out far and wide. We're going to go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got next?
Hey, Gemma. She's like, could you go into why I'll need someone to help me babysit my grandson, please? I was worried if I'll cope doing it alone. I'm anxious as it's for a whole day while my son is at a wedding. He's very energetic. Oh, that's so sweet. He's energetic. I can understand that. I think it's because, especially just intuitively based off this first card, you drew 2 of cups, right? It's more so talking about the connection between you and your son. I feel like your son loves to be with you, up under you, close to you. And so that moment of separation sometimes is really awesome Gemma says, I meant to be going to the opticians that day too, so it might be too much to do both. That may be it. Scheduling conflicts do happen, especially when you have events really close to each other. I also think your son very much likes to be up under you and close to you. I feel like you are a safe space for you as a mother should be, or for your son as a mother should be. And I think that's really part of the reason why it may be a little bit tricky and why you might need to find a sitter, someone who maybe is closer in family to him. I feel like it would be a little bit difficult to kind of juggle all these things at once. So you're getting him to a wedding or going to the obstetricians and getting all of this done at once. It may just be a little bit of an overload for you. And what I feel like is a little bit of anxiety that creeps up. So it's a little bit of tenseness. It's a little bit of overthought. If you tend to overthink a little bit, you may be overthinking during this time frame as well. You're trying to put A, B, C, D, E, F, G together, but you're really in the thought process of X, Y, and Z. So there needs to be an ability for you to kind of bring everything together, just kind of shift it all into place. We are best friends and my daughter can help look after him at my apartment. I think that's a good idea, but I also think you should keep in mind about the workload you tackle on that day as well. Sometimes when we have big events, you're causing yourself stress, and here's that 10 of Wands to bring it in. So that 10 of Wands is talking about you put too much on your back. You're putting too much in place in an event calendar at once, and you might just need to kind of break some things apart. If you can reschedule things or kind of shift it out throughout the day where one thing is in the morning and one thing is at night, that might be helpful for you. So I am getting a lot of stress and a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of putting way too much on top of yourself at once. You may also need a vacation and some meditation because you seem to be carrying a lot. I'm getting like a headache in the front. Gemma says, it's making me anxious. Yes, because I can feel it. It's going to make you anxious, but you just have to remember to kind of parse your time really well. And maybe, Gemma, I'm sorry, but time management is going to be your best friend here. So I do hope that was able to help you.
Speaking of time management, you just got that bit.
I really love the bell. I talk too much. Oh my God. Y'all are either gonna love me or be like, girl, shut up.
That's
I think I
good.
said this a few days ago. If you let me talk forever, I'll do it.
Welcome to my world. We're both Sagittarian. It's terrible when you put two Sages together.
I have a joke that I'm dying to say, but I always tell myself I have to wait until the 9 o'clock mark before I can make the joke that I'm about to tell. So we'll get ready for it here soon. But let's go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got for Journey? Gemma says, thank you. We've got Lynn says, haven't heard from my brother in 4 years. Is he okay? From what I'm grabbing when it comes to the brother situation, there seems to be a pull away from everybody. It's not feeling like it's just you. And the only thing that I can say on that situation, because I just feel there's a huge gap and there's like a shut off and not wanting to, it's just like, I can't see a connection between anybody that you guys would be around. I don't feel as though that there will be, how do I put this? I don't feel that there will be any reconnection because I'm not seeing you guys communicating any longer or not. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I want to be honest with you when it comes to that type of communication, like him picking up the phone and making that phone call or getting on Facebook and, you know, video chatting with you or seeing each other in person to where you guys could have that conversation. I really wish I could say something different about that situation. And I don't see you being able to have a way to have that communication or to reach out. And I'm going to tell you, with that being the case, I mean, you're going to have to find a way to forgive, send the best positive energy that you possibly can, and find a way to forgive the situation. Because the situation I'm seeing is someone being him, being hard-headed and kind of needing to control everything. And if it doesn't go his way, it causes... That was definitely a hard one there because that situation was not... It didn't have like a communication again. Like, I'm not going to be able to communicate with them physically.
Yeah,
I'm not going to be able to hear their voice on the phone. I'm not going to be able to hear. So there was a lot of no coming at me. And when trying to read their energy here, I was just getting there was an absolute block. They wanted to be private. And sometimes that happens when someone is just that pulled back into themselves. They just don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
So,
it's unfortunate when that
I
happens.
know. I wanted to be able to go, yeah, and unfortunately, that was not one that I could be like, yeah, everything's gonna be okay. You know, I just
But also too, that information, even though it's not the best information that the person might want to hear, it does allow them the opportunity to move on and move forward.
Yeah.
It just is like, because I want to make sure that you're happy, but at the same time, I also want you to know that I'm not picking up that there's a connection. So if you were ever to try, you know, I don't feel that they would be met with that same energy that you were hoping for.
And separation sucks, but sometimes it might be needed, even if you don't want it to be needed, even if it doesn't feel good. Sometimes some others that you connect with, they may need that separation because it might be too much for them sometimes, and it sucks. The healing journey is different for everyone, unfortunately.
Yeah, and there's some, like you say, you know, there's sometimes you want to say yes, but by doing that, I wouldn't have been telling her what was the way that it's really going to pan out. So I would hate to have to say, oh yeah, and then her heart, then your heart gets broke for it not happening. So
I
would rather you just know the truth, rip the Band-Aid off now. That's
and
how we are here.
Yeah, and that's there's that old saying too, regardless of the outcome, forewarned is forearmed. You know?
Exactly.
That's a good saying. I like that. I like that.
Absolutely.
Energy
I'm
just
tuning-
has a way of putting
I'm-
it
I'm
in the
Quotes
I'm
about
tuning my-
that,
I'm tuning my inner psychic K at the moment with a quote.
Yeah.
It's like the words and the delivery. It's just like butter. It's like, yes.
Spread it on thick. Spread it on thick. We like it when it melts.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have made it to our next round. Our next round of yes, no's, guys. Yes, no's. While we're waiting for those yes, no questions coming through, guys, make sure you guys are getting as many yes, no questions you guys can. In the next 3 minutes, we're going to be posting out while we wait for those yes, no's to start coming through. We are going to go ahead and give Gemma, since she donated, she gets a card. Now, if we find the Queen of Fire, the person that finds that Queen of Fire will win a $50 reading on My Psychic Connection. $50, guys, right there on the site. So you guys will check that out. You get 3 free minutes when you sign up. So let's go ahead and tell Gemma her card, which is the 3 of Air. Great sadness and taking time to heal. Forgive yourself. Do not allow yourself to get overwhelmed. Do not allow yourself to get overwhelmed. Do not allow yourself to we were talking about Venus being sensitive and digging too deep. Don't do that to yourself, because that's where the great sadness comes from. It looked self-inflicted. It didn't look like it came from another area. Not the Queen of Fire, but it was the 3 of Air, which suits what you're going through currently. Yes. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get those yes, no questions out there. Where are our yes, no questions? We'll be starting that here in just a second.
Yes.
And talking about psychicconnection.com, you guys can get personal one-on-one readings with your favorite psychics there. So, guys, check it out, mypsychicconnection.com. All right, it looks like we're getting some people in. Ladies, are we ready?
Yes, I'm so
I'm
excited.
ready.
Let's do it.
Okay, Joe asks, will I get my dream job? That's a no. I want to say more, but I won't.
Squirrel wants to know, will my husband be living in Texas with me by the end of October? I hear yes. I'm so excited.
Whoa. We got Kelly. Change is a coming. Will everything turn out well? Yes.
And I have Joe. Oh, will I get my dream? Yes or no? Oh, we've just answered that one. So let's go on to the next one, please. And Kay says, will my business be successful for the rest of this year? Undetermined. Oh.
Let's see. Sophia wants to know, will the DNA but done in the next few months on the baby? Unfortunately, Sophia, that's medical and I am not able to answer that. So let's go on to the next one, okay? Clarissa would like to know, will everything change drastically once August 17th passes? Yes.
We got Joe. Does she love me? Well, you know many she is. So if you could give me a name, I'd be able to go a little bit better into that. But at this point, I have to say undetermined.
And I have Kelly. Will I work from home? Yes.
Let's see. Sophia, will I move before the end of the year? Unfortunately, I hear no. There's so much more, but no, not yet.
I know we get tongue-tied there. Oh. All right. Well, Gemma, let's go with another question, sweetheart. All right. Will I meet Adam's mom? Yes.
Is she cheating on me with someone I know? Undetermined.
Let's see. Oh, I think we've answered that. The does she love me question. So to the next question we go.
Okay.
Kelly, will I find a non-tinfoil prince by the end of the year? Ooh, yes. more, but yes.
Gemma, will I go to the local fun day on Sunday? Yes.
Is she, Joe asks, is she talking to someone I know? No.
Destiny K wants to know, will I be busy doing events this year? Yes, ma'am.
All that, and then all those questions. And guys, make sure when we're asking these types of questions, by law, we cannot answer medical or legal questions. So guys, please understand that. We will start just skipping the question and you'll lose your place in line. So when you ask your question, make sure it's a specific question. That way you guys can get your question answered, okay? So we don't want to have to skip over it, but we will if that continues to happen, because we don't want to get ourselves in trouble, and we want to make sure that we get to as many people as possible, okay? So don't lose your place.
And as we all say here, we like the questions to be juicy and meaty.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We love those meaty questions. If we got depth to a question, we can go in deeper, quicker, faster. The more we know, the better, the faster we can push that forward and make things happen. So, all right. Ladies, are we ready for another round of questions?
Let's go.
Oh, yes.
All right. Let's do it. We got energy.
All right. So I have Robert. Will my mother try something bad on me again with Patrice? Let's have a look at what's going on with your mum and you regarding perhaps trying something on that's not in your best interests. Okay, so the first card I have out is the King of Wands. This is saying to me that you are stronger than you think you are around this situation between you and your mum. Obviously, it's not a good situation. It's not a good relationship at the moment, but you need to stand in your own power. You need to find your own inner strength around this. In terms of your mum thinks she's doing the right thing. We've got the Queen of Cups here. She feels that she's doing the right thing by you emotionally. And so whatever she does, she feels like she's coming from a good place. But I feel there's a disconnect between that and what you feel she is doing. Will she do something bad with Patrice towards you? I don't think so. I've got the Cups card reversed. This is the 8 of Cups. And I feel that for you, it's almost like the back has been turned a little bit. I feel that this is a relationship that you either need to walk away from or you need to work on. There's kind of no in between for this one moving forward. Let's add some tea coins for this. You know, I've got the Heart. And I feel that there is heart there. I don't know how to explain it in any other way. There is heart there. There is feelings there. And the heart, when it comes up in a tea coin, is always something positive. So you feel that between this situation, between you and your mum with Patrice, that there is still heart there. It's something's overlaying on top that's getting in the way. I feel that both, I say this with the greatest love, there needs to be self-reflection for yourself and self-reflection that your mum needs to do if this is going to move forward. I do hope that's of help. And thank you for your question. My heart goes out to you.
Absolutely. Oh, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah, relationships. I'm always saying it. Relationships, so complex, complicated. There's never just one thing or another. It's layer upon layer.
Yes. Bunny, you're muted, sweetheart.
It's always me. I'm about to be the next squirrel.
Talking, and I was like, I don't hear nothing.
Squirrel, watch out. I'm coming for your job.
She's leading in the competition this week.
Oh, quick, let me mute myself.
You got to get in now.
Oh, you know, she got to appreciate that. All right. So, guys, make sure we're sharing this out, giving us those thumbs up. You guys are checking out our YouTube channel for all the new content coming out. We have amazing content coming out each and every week, and each and every day we've got some type of new content coming out. So let's go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel and get to that next question. Who do we got?
All right, here we are. Clarissa wants to know, what will the year bring after August 17th? Whatever you can get. I know it's a loaded question. It is a loaded question. I'm going to do my best. I immediately picked up a lot of change, though. There's going to, ooh, I have goosebumps. Ooh, and it tickles. You know when you get the goosebumps and it tickles your brain? That's what it feels like. So there's a lot going on here. It's almost the energy of expansion. There's a part of you here that's uncomfortable in the expansion. You have this King of Cups reversed and a Five of Swords reversed. So you're not seeing your victory. You're not seeing what's coming here. You're not giving yourself enough time. Also, I feel like with everything that's going on around you, you may be kind of in a moment where you can't think this far out into the future, if that makes sense. But I also am picking up there's going to be a change. There's going to be a change, I think, in schooling. If you have a child, I think there's going to be change in schooling, change in location, change in, like, I feel cold, I feel icy, if that makes sense. So if you're moving to a more northern-based location, I feel like with all the changes happening around you after this time, you are still very much connected to where you are. This Devil card is talking about the connection with you internally to where you are right now. And I feel like everything that's about to change is family dynamic, family connections, your connection to where you live, your connection to where you've grown. Everything is about to almost sever because this Devil card feels like it's on the edge of just flipping upside down. There is this mental disconnect you're working on, and that's the important thing here. It's a work in progress disconnect. So aside from schooling changes, you're going to be going through a lot of family changes, a lot of mental changes. You're going to become more confident within yourself. And not only that, this situation is like you're moving into what you've planted before, what you've been working on for the past, say, 5 to 7 years, up until a certain point. All of those things are finally going to start coming to fruition. So everything you've tried to jumpstart, but it never jumpstarted, the Seven of Pentacles is saying that you are going to end up just picking all the fruit off this tree that you have worked hard to grow. Because for the longest time, especially with this Five of Swords reversed and this lack of feeling like you're winning, it feels like you haven't won. It feels like you haven't been able to pick your fruit, and now is your time to pick your fruit. August 17th is so specific of a date, but every time I say it, I get goosebumps and I get this tingling all over my face. Everything in your life is going to change, from your location, your schooling, your family dynamics. The connection you have to where you are is going to be severed. It's going to be a lot. It's going to take a lot. But me and this bell, but
you got the bell.
all going to come together. Don't think too far into the future, because we can only handle what's going on right here today, not tomorrow, not. That's exhausting to do that. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah. That's more work than you need to be putting into it. And we can do that to ourselves.
Yes.
We do that to ourselves sometimes. And
I'm the queen of thinking way too far ahead, way too fast, but then wanting to take a nap at the same time. I am my own oxymoron.
She's like, I want to be laying down, but my mind won't let me.
But we also live in a world that is so future based. You know, even as kids at school, what are you going to study to get to the exam, to get your pass? What type of career are you going to choose? What are you going to do around, you know, girlfriends, boyfriends? Our whole society is geared up to be future based, and it's just nice sometimes to just come back in the here and now. That's what I love being here. I'm always right in the present moment when I'm on my psychic connection. Can't think about anything else going on.
Technically, their energy, you are in the future for those of us who are in the States. You are in the future.
Our little secret.
The kangaroos know the secret. The time travel.
That's
I want to know. You gotta talk about kangaroos, they know what's up.
I'll have to do my Skippy sound. Skippy was a local actor, a kangaroo that was an actor
Oh,
many
Wait a
years
minute.
ago here in Australia, and the kids would go, Skip, where did he go? And they just show the kangaroo going.
Y'all have celebrity kangaroos. See, we need something like that over here. I want something like that in the States.
we've got Family Guy. We've got Family Guy.
We got,
We got Peter and Lois and Stewie and Chris and Meg.
Unfortunately, our beautiful Skippy isn't on TV anymore. I'm going way back in time.
Aw. That's so cute though. Imagine coming out of school and seeing a kangaroo skipping. That's terrifying.
Oh, you've got to, Bunny, you got to come and visit me. They're all up and down my driveway.
Now, energy, I want to go to Australia, but the things in Australia can take me out. And I'm scared to get taken out. This one's too early.
Right, they will take me out.
I'm a spider and my soul's going to evaporate. It's going to go gone.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
I'll protect you.
Please,
like, I got you, girl.
life all in this world to keep me safe from a wolf spider. Absolutely not. There's not a breeze that can do the job.
They do have some of the world's deadliest bugs.
Exactly. And we won't tell you about those deadly snakes.
Yeah, we'll skip that section. We'll skip that section.
Hard pause. So I'd be the first one to find it, the first one to get bit, and the first one gone. No.
Oh no.
All right, guys, let's keep it going. Let's go ahead and take our next question for Journey. We got Sophia. Sophia says, "Hello, good morning. What is my purpose in this life, please? What is my lessons to learn on the spiral of a life so I can learn it once and for all, and thank you." Okay, so Sophia, with this question, asking what your life's purpose is and asking what it is that you need to learn and educate yourself with, when we're in the current life that we're in, we are supposed to be taking in everything. How people are treating us, how we're treating people, what experiences that you are the one that is the one in charge of that. So I can't tell you that what you're supposed to learn, because you do that on your own. That comes natural. That's a natural occurrence. Now, when it comes to your life's purpose and trying to figure out what is my plan, well, here's another one that is a self-learned situation where you tell yourself what is it that you want to do and what do you feel focused on and what do you want to open yourself up to. What is your passion? Your passions 9 times out of 10 are what your purposes are for, but what are you going to do with it when you get it? How are you going to benefit not just yourself but help those around you? Now, say you are wanting to be an actress, and by becoming this big wonderful actress, you're going to be, wealthy. Are you going to be one of those people that does charity events and helps with these types of things? What are you going to not only give to yourself, but give back as well? But when it comes to your life purpose, I do feel as though that you know it, but I feel as though from what I'm picking up, you are scared of it. Or feel like it's not going to happen. We do that to ourselves. Our life's purpose and what you put out there is a free will choice. What we put out there is what we choose to put out there. And that's something that we need to recognize, because everybody kind of feels like, oh, it's out in the universe as to what you're supposed to be doing. And there's a map. If you want to get your natal chart, find out what your natal chart has to say. Your natal chart will give you a map in the direction in which you should choose to take, because I can tell you right now, when I did my natal chart, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, which is mine basically says, speaks to the dead. I'm a psychic medium. This is what I do. I was trained as a child, as I grew older, I got stronger, and I'm doing exactly that. Now, I always, because I was raised around it, I also was always intrigued by it as well. I always wanted to know more. I wanted to know more because I would hear things. Remember, it was starting out kind of weak. And then all of a sudden it got stronger and stronger and stronger. And now I'm able to tap in and have a total conversation with someone who's passed. And I I wanted it to happen. I continued to work towards it. I didn't stop. I didn't doubt myself. Doubts really, really make a big difference. Doubts really make a big difference. And it's hard when we're trying to believe something or understand something that we start doubting ourselves on it. And when we start to doubt ourselves on that, we start to lose these abilities. Like when I tell everybody, oh, there's psychic energies, that everybody's got them. It just depends on how you use them. Some are good with words, some are good with numbers, some are good with other things. Some people are great speakers. It just depends on what your ability is. Some feel everything and analyze everything. None of these overanalyzing. You hear that a lot. Sometimes overanalyzing a situation is not a bad trait, but learn how to control it to benefit you. Learn when to stop and when to go. But control it. Allow yourself, work it like a muscle. Because once you're working that muscle, it's going to get stronger. Everybody has just a little psychic energy in them. And depending on how much you use that psychic ability, you grow and you grow. And then you open up the door to other abilities starting to walk in because you're expanding your mind. You're getting stronger. It's a beautiful thing. I love watching people grow.
And also too, I've got another energy quote this time, and it's from me. I always tell people that your life purpose, like happiness, is an inside job. You don't need anyone else to validate your purpose. It's about you going within to find it for yourself, because only you can recognize it. And then the choice is, how do you put it into action? And I don't believe we just have one life purpose. I feel our life purpose here is for all of us to experience being in the body on the planet, and also to experience love in all its forms. But the rest of it's an inside job. You have free will to choose. And
exactly.
That's what makes it so exciting as well.
Yeah. And Sophia says, oh, I have my chart, but I need to read it. That they start there. And she put, thank you, Ryan. I need to journal on this and look at the repeats and the repeats that keep coming up. Exactly. It's like, how many times are you going to touch that fire before you realize it's hot? How many times you touch that fire to burn yourself with it? And then each time the burn gets worse and worse and worse. How many times before there's nothing left to give or anything to touch with? So we need to learn those life lessons now, not everybody's going to learn on the first try, because we try to give other people chances, but there are times where, people take advantage of how many times you try, and they mistake that kindness as a weakness and use it to their advantage, which also makes the person that gives the chances a very bad taste in their mouth, because they want to help, but at the same time they get abused.
But also remember,
that's something that we got to learn, those who get abused.
Yes. But that kindness is never a weakness. That kindness is a strength. But then also know when to deactivate the kindness and say what you need to say. And sometimes it's not nice. You have to learn a balance. It's really hard.
Oh, yeah.
That kindness is never a weakness, but people make you feel that way. And when you start feeling like that kindness is a weakness, you lose all of that kindness. And you turn cold.
If you allow the abuser to abuse, your kindness becomes a weakness.
So true.
Your kindness will become a weakness. But if we learn that, hey, stop.
Yes.
It becomes strength.
Tap into some fire sign energy and just start throwing chairs.
Yes, I can honestly say in my younger years,
I can give you all this love and light, but sometimes you just got to throw a chair.
Yeah, hey. I did frisbee a painting at someone once many, many years ago. That Sagittarian fire, I've learned to control it since then, though.
No, do it again. Do it again. There's
Squirrel
someone
foot,
else
I need
to
a
do it
chair.
again energy.
Squirrel foot, I need a chair.
Yes, ma'am. Get you a good
I
white
have,
chair.
now this is many, many, many moons ago, before I was even in my 20s, there was this person that, their names won't be mentioned, but when you cheat on somebody and you get bitter and you let it happen multiple times, let's just say a 700-gallon fish tank no longer survived.
I'm impressed.
I've got a mental
built into
vision
the
of that.
wall. It was built into the wall from top to bottom. It was all fancy. It was a showpiece display.
I
Well,
wish I could.
teach me something. They said, learn to fish. I said, okay, with the golf club.
I like that game of fish. Look.
This is
Ta-da!
sports that I've never put
Lots of
together.
Lots of
How to do
fishing.
more things, Journey. Don't give me thought in this mind. It's very sunshine, darkness over here.
Well, how do you think you make rainbows? Them darknesses of clouds, girl. Those are some clouds. That
Yeah,
rain will
that's
fall. The
right.
rainbows will shine. So don't you worry about that. The sunshine always will reflect the beauty of the darkness.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got?
It's me again. Hello. So Clarissa asks, I know you just didn't say don't think too far ahead, but can you tell me about my love life and what's coming? Okay. Look, I did say don't think too far ahead, but this is kind of a fun one we can look into. I hear Libra season. So that would be September-ish, but I don't think it's going to be September this year. So I do think you have some love coming to you, most definitely. You got an Ace of Pentacles on your first draw. So that's telling me love is coming. It's coming and it's big and it's coming. The problem here is, and it's not really a problem, it's more so a issue of your speed, their speed, the universe's speed, and everyone else's speed in between. You have some things to sort out in your personal life first, but they're coming. And I feel like it's going to be sometime next year. And if I had to really pinpoint a day, a time frame, Libra season next year. So this would be September. I feel a cold season. And not only is it a cold season, it's going to be fall, like autumn, like leaves falling, not snowing, but you're not going to be in a warm location. You're going to be in a colder location. So you're either on vacation somewhere northern, or you're closer to a mountainous area. You're going to be somewhere hilly where there's a lot of range involved. Lots of hills, lots of trees. If you know what the Connecticut area in the United States looks like, it's kind of like that. Hills, trees, very cute homes, kind of far out, spread apart. Like if you've ever been to Virginia, I know I'm putting out some very specific locations, but I'm just giving examples. If you've ever been to Virginia, it's very large, spread out, very farm, very country-esque, depending on where you are. However, with the Hierophant reverse, this is more so talking about situations within your home. So when you shift your location, because I think we talked about this, shifting your location to a new area, which is possibly more in that cold area, this is when that person is going to come to you. The thing is, you have to be patient. You have to close out cycles, close out chapters before you can open a new one. You cannot start new love relationships with a door that is closed in 600 different directions. If every door in your house is closed, you can't let any new air in, right? So this is kind of that situation. You have to bring in, or at least allow newness, to allow change, allow something to happen, allow things to close out, because you have a lot of loose ends you need to tie up. This person is coming for you. I do feel like it's almost like if I had to flip a coin, this person is going to turn everything that you've thought about a relationship on its head. This is going to be someone who is totally different than what you thought they were. And I feel really quick to like roll a dice for some reason. So we're going to roll 2 6-sided dice.
And if you had enough time to roll them dice, you would. But Clarissa did donate twice. And the first donation, we didn't pull a card for her. So the first one, she got the Queen of Air, which says making decisions and clearing the way of the things that no longer serve her. So in that situation, as you were talking about, don't look too far ahead. Well, look at the things that are going on at the moment and clear those things out of the way so the future ahead is better for you.
Yes.
That way you don't got all that headache. But then she got another air card. How weird is that? Now, mind you guys, every single one of these donations has been an air card. We've had the 3 of Air, the Queen of Air, and now we've got the 10 of Air. It's a very air moment, okay? All right, so she got the 10 of Air, which showing the end of a difficult situation, embrace change, expect things to get better, recovering from things that are going on. So apparently the Queen of Air letting her know to take care of the things that surround her. By doing so, it looks like that future she's looking forward to, and especially with a relationship, is going to look a lot better for her.
Yeah, it's there. It's just you need to kind of go through the roadblock that you're in right now. It's like I keep feeling like an engine stall, like and you're almost there. You just got to put a little bit more pep on it. So it's coming. It's just taking a time. I know it sucks though. Time frame sucks.
But when we overanalyze, when we sit and stop and overanalyze, we do put them brakes on. We're like, am I doing too much? Am I doing not enough?
It's like trying to drive with a parking brake on. It's not going to happen.
Doing that, you're going to get whiplash. And trust me, you don't want your own whiplash.
No.
And with all those swords and air, that what pops into my head is you've got to clear the air on all sorts of levels.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's exactly what that 10 of Air was talking about, is like, it's time to, take care of those situations in front of you because you're worried about what, and you said it prior to that, is the here and now, paying attention to the here and now rather than worrying about the future, because what's in the here and now is stopping you from your future.
Yeah. Oh, it's a very air related episode today. Everyone's kind of on that
love the air.
We needed to does that mean I can call myself an airhead?
I do, because I already know what's up.
Okay, energy with the quote.
I bow to Psychic K. I bow to Psychic K. Queen. I'm going to call you the Queen of the quote.
Yes, in honor of Kay, she's been coming with those quotes today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, we needed somebody who also is good with them quotes too, because Kay is not on the show, as you guys can see tonight. But don't worry, she'll be joining us periodically through our Fridays, and you can always catch her on Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on My Psychic Connection. So if you'd like to get a wonderful read with Kay, the Intuitive Empath, you guys can check out Mondays at 10 p.m. You can also get a reading with Energy at 10 p.m. on Tuesdays. That's Eastern time zone, guys. And you guys can get these beautiful reads and those amazing tea charms that you have. Almost called them tea leaves because we were spilling that tea not too long ago. But yeah, those tea charms, absolutely beautiful. And of course, on Wednesdays, we got We Psychics 3, where you can see Bunny, guys. Bunny is on every Wednesday now. And next week, she will be hosting her very first show with us on Wednesday night on We Psychics 3. And she's like, shut up, Dirty, shut up, shut up. I have not accepted this yet.
The expectations are high.
But you got some beautiful readers there with you that are going to be there all the way. And there's never a problem here. We always have beautiful energies and a great audience. And we're so thankful for all you guys being here with us. And then, of course, on Thursdays, we've got the Cackling Witch's Den with Psychic Rose. And Fridays, we've got Journey and Friends. So, guys, make sure you guys are tuning in. Journey and Friends is always at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fridays. So, guys, tune in. Have a blast. You never know who I'm going to have on the show. And you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen.
True.
We may airdrop some new stuff coming in. And
you may see a chair. It's going to be a time.
If I see the chair, I'm going to change the name of the show.
Chairs in the air with Journey and Friends.
It'll be Journey Springer instead of Journey and Friends. Right.
I've actually got a chair charm that I'm looking for, and I was going to throw it, but I can't find it because I've got a whole heap of charms in my bowl.
Oh, that's wonderful. All right, guys, we have made it to another round of yes, no questions, guys. Now is the time to post your yes, no questions, guys. Post as many yes, no questions as possible. We're going to try to get to as many of those yes, no questions as we can, and then we'll get to some more readings. All right. I'm having so much fun. This is always so much fun.
I get my laughter yoga in without even trying when I'm on this show.
I know. It's fun.
Destiny says journey and part of the future people. Furniture people.
Furniture people, I love it.
Journey and his woodland creatures and the furniture people. There's a
Yes,
lot going on. Journey.
I'm cutting the forest down to make furniture, and then I'm finding the critters that live there, rehoming them.
Lift up the chair, you find the rabbits and the squirrels.
Rescues,
And
you know what I mean.
I'll export a kangaroo.
Oh yes, and there's the kangaroo outside just watching, like, oh my god.
What is wrong with you?
This look.
All right, guys, let's get that clock started. Here we go.
And Kelly asks, will I find peace by the end of this year? Undetermined.
Let's see. Squirrel wants to know, will Marty find happiness in Texas? Yes, yes.
Kay says, Journey's fine. It's fun time. Laugh out loud. All right, yes. And we got Kelly says, will I love having the house to myself? Yes.
And we have Destiny K. Will I come to America again this year? That's a no.
All right. And next we have Kelly. Will the pups miss the kids? Oh, yes, they will. They will.
Does Drusilla, I almost said Dracula. Does Dracula miss me? I was like, I don't know. When was the last time you kissed him? Yes, Drusilla misses you.
Oh, I love it. Kay asks, will I get to travel for my birthday in December? Oh, yes.
I know where you're going.
Rebecca wants to know, will my son Frankie make warrant officer in the Army next year? Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, when did those dice though? Hang on, girl. We'll get to that. My yes, no question. Will my daughter succeed at the modeling agency? Yes.
And Destiny K says, will I have a holiday this year? No. More to say on that one.
Let's see. Kelly wants to know, will Benet have a great new semester at college? Yes, there's more, but yes.
All right. Let's see who I got. I got Squirrel. Will I get to see my husband for our 30th wedding anniversary? Yes. We'll make it so.
And Kelly asks, will my birthday be nice on the 23rd? Happy birthday, Kelly. Yes.
All right.
Well, wait, not a question. Wait, not a question. Question. Give us a question.
I love the question song. The question song is a bop. Squirrel wants to know, will Paul do well in school? The answer is yes. Me and this Belle have a real solid love affair happening.
It's loving you. It's loving you all the way. And
I'm so jealous.
Oh,
well, my next one was, give me your question, give it to me.
we need the journey.
I didn't get there.
Oh my God.
So fast, though. I can't
What's
believe how
that?
quickly this goes fast. It goes so fast.
It just flies by.
Yes.
It's
It
like,
doesn't feel like we answered a lot.
no.
But we
It's
did,
like,
but it doesn't
well,
feel
there was a wait that, You know, we can't use the Jeopardy theme song, so I got to make some up as we wait.
Oh yeah, we need a theme song, a little 8-bit doo-doo for awesome.
We need a little bit of a rap of some sort. We're waiting, and here comes the
Oh,
question.
don't worry, there will be some fun stuff coming up in season 2. You guys just wait.
I can't rap, but I'll give you the Pokemon theme song. Like, that's
Like, I got Pokemon in my back pocket. Pikachu! All right, let's go. Take our next.
Pokemon in a description from the Pokedex. I mean, that's all I got.
Let's go ahead and take our next question with energy.
Okay, who do we have? And we have our beautiful Audrey. Audrey, lovely to see you. And Audrey asks, will I start some online business? Let's have a look at online business for you. Okay, the first card I have out is the 2 of Coins. I feel that you've got a lot that you're juggling at the moment. Audrey, I feel, bless your cotton socks, you like doing things. You like being involved. You have this beautiful open heart and you don't like to say no to things. And I feel that you've got a lot of juggling going on at the moment of a lot of practical things. So I'm feeling that there is potential for an online business, but it's all about the timing of it. I feel that with this death card, and don't let the death card scare you. Everybody gets creeped out by it. This is a beautiful one, by the way. What it means is that something has to end for something new to begin. So I feel that with all of the things that you're juggling, in order for an online business to get started, that you need to make space for it. You need to clear time and energy for it. And I don't feel that that's there at the moment. However, moving forward, I do feel there is potential. We've got the Queen of Swords here, but this is about you having the plans in place. This is you sorting out how you use your time, how you schedule your time. When we first start a business, whether it's online or a sticks and bricks, when we first start, 80% of our time in the beginning is the planning, the setting up, the marketing, getting all the legal things in place, all that sort of stuff. And so you need to make a decision that that's what you need to put your time into if you want to run an online business, because that is a free will choice. Let's add some T coins because I haven't used those yet for this reading. I feel that you need to give yourself a bit of time out. The tent always means a little bit of a short rest, a short retreat. I feel, as I said before, you've got to clear things out first to make space for this, because any type of business, even if it's part-time, is a full-time commitment, even for part-time hours. But once you get yourself sorted out around how you can commit to it, there is potential for something to grow online for you. I hope that helps. And thank you for your question. I sound like the doom and gloom queen tonight, don't I?
Not quite. I had that one that was just like, it hit a heartstring there for Lynn. So.
It's like, it's there, but.
And Bunny is muted again.
I'm tired of myself, Squirrel. I'm about to take the title.
Squirrel, she's gonna take your title, girl. She's gonna take
look out.
your title. Now, Squirrel has held that title for 1 season, and you're about to steal it from her. You're about to steal it. The mute queen will win. But oh my God, there's a rapper squirrel. Jay says, I can't drink water listening to you guys. She knows better. Okay. She knows better.
Okay, I'll fess up. I'm telling you this is water, but what is it really? Ooh.
Vodka.
Water.
No, I have a probiotic water too. So. But I'm drinking my tea. I gotta drink.
Y'all are so healthy, and I'm sitting here thinking about how much Gatorade can I suck down today,
so I can drink later.
Look, if I was here at night time, I would be having a really nice glass of Pinot Gris. But because it's
Ooh.
more, because it's sort of like daytime here, it's like, no, it's not the 5 o'clock drinks time yet.
It's
Well, I
5
don't-
o'clock over here. Well, it's past 5 o'clock. So you're right.
and the West Coast, it's only 6:40. So,
Hey,
you know,
you can use international times to just make it happen. Just do it. Just do it, energy. Don't even think about it.
I've
No
got a new
one's
excuse
judging.
now. So the next time you see me, I'll be going, hello, everybody.
I have to pace myself. I have a show to run.
Exactly.
I have to pace myself. But I like to, I don't drink soda or any type of anything with fizz in it. So I used to make my drinks with different teas or like margarita mixes, because a lot of those don't have any bubbles in it. So it's good for my stomach. But I like to make all kinds of stuff. I make juice. I will make drinks all day long, but I can make any drink, you know, bartending for as long as I have. You better know how to make them drinks.
Yes.
The maestro of cocktails.
Exactly.
Look, I have a little
I got
help
my license and
fun thing
everything.
for you guys. I have a little fun thing for y'all. If you know about the butterfly tea leaf or tea flower, I like to make teas in my spare time. So my cabinet is full of just raw flowers. It's a mess. So if you take a little bit of green tea and butterfly pea leaf or flower, and you steep them together, you can mix it with like a Crystal Light lemonade. So you pour the lemonade and then you pour the tea. Delicious. And if you make ice cubes out of the tea, it's really good during the summer, and it's really refreshing, and it makes you feel really healthy. And then you wash it down with a Dr. Pepper afterwards. You gotta cancel everything.
I knew there was going to be a punchline in there.
There's a punchline. I love my health stuff, but do not give me a Dr. Pepper. It's done. We're done. It's over.
See that one? Then Dr. Pepper stood in, and I was like, "I'm sorry, guys."
Here's Dr. Pepper, a doctor. It has to be healthy.
Yes, that's the only doctor I want to deal with in my life is Dr. Pepper, strawberries.
All right, let's keep it going and take our next question with Bunny.
All right, so Jill wants to know, is Alicia sleeping with someone behind my back? Oh my goodness. I hope not, certainly. This is going to be an interesting question. It's a little bit of a third-party question, but let's kind of jump into it. So I feel like, I believe you said her name was Alicia. You are there's starting to be a balance that's kind of coming in with your thoughts. So off the bat, it's so hard. I think the answer is yes, but not in the way that you think it would be. So when we think of someone, you know, having a extracurricular relationship with someone, you think they're kind of doing the maximum. I think this is more so of a situation that's more emotional. So you get a 6 of Pentacles. This is about her trying to find a balance, trying to find something balanced like. Now, there's a 3 of Cups here. This can be indicative of third-party situations. This is 3 as a crowd, sometimes too much togetherness. This is also a celebration, but also sometimes too much celebration. Sometimes there's too many people involved in something and a wish fulfillment here. All these cards can be kind of indicative of a yes, but then I also think there's a more emotional attachment here that she may be trying to form. So I feel like within the relationship between the both of you, there's a romantic disconnect here that she's trying to find a void for, or find the fill to the void for. And unfortunately, that is something that can be a little bit more difficult to navigate, because I don't think it's a physical, I think it's an emotional. I'm looking for something. I need something. I need this hole in my heart to be fulfilled or filled in general. So while the answer is a yes, it's a yes with some stipulations. I do think there needs to be communication about the situation, but there are some open doors here. And so her doors could be opening to other types of connections and relationships, unfortunately. So I don't want you to take this, though, and feel like all is lost. I think and this dang bell.
You just hit the bell. Oh, yeah.
Remember, though, how you communicate during these situations. We always want to act on the most impulsive emotion, which is our anger, our disdain. We always say things we don't mean in those moments. So if you really want to salvage and save, try and go for a different approach. Sometimes you can find a median and an understanding between each other about why. Sometimes why is better than having a scream fest about your emotions. So just try and go in wanting to find the answer as to the why, not the, well, you did this, so now I'm mad and da 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 da. It's like, give it a chance to give your feelings a chance to manifest in a way that might be a little bit more evened out, if that makes sense. I hope that made sense.
And of course, with Venus being in retrograde as well, that adds extra sensitivity to those types of conversations.
Yes, it gets really difficult with those types of conversations, but I've learned sometimes the chair is not the best way to.
No. Sometimes the cushion is better.
Yes. Unless it's over someone's face, but sometimes the cushion is better. I am no help here. I'm sorry.
Right. Cushion on the face. Lord have mercy. Here we go.
I'm communicating with you.
I'll make you see the light.
Energy and journey, like I was with you until
you made him see the light in another way.
Until the light went off the cliff, and then you're like, oh dang it.
It's okay. That tunnel doesn't last for long.
Out. Destiny spit her Dr.
Oh, Lordy.
This is why people have a hard time taking me seriously. I'm here. I'm serious. I'm with you. But then also, I'm also with the shits.
I'm also with that shit. So be careful what you wish for.
Oh my God. All the chaos.
I think I'm going to snort in a minute.
All right. Guys, let's go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got? All right, we got a mega reading. Woo-hoo. All right. All right, with the mega reading, you're going to get all three of us. This is not a timed reading, so we're going to start off with energy, head over to Bunny, and then hang out with Journey at the end. All right, so here we go.
Okay, well, Casey, thank you so much for your donation. We always appreciate donations here at My Psychic Connection. And Casey asks, will Kathy make the Panthers softball team? Okay, let's have a little look. How likely is it that she will make the softball team? Oh my goodness, Casey, I am so excited for Kathy. I think I've got the Temperance card. So first up, I've got that things are balancing out for her. There's been a little bit of toing and froing that's been going on around which softball team that she's going to play for. And with this one, I feel it is going to balance out. Let's add a T coin to that. And then we've got the tree. And this is showing growth there for her. Strong roots. Oh, hang on. What have we got here? We've got a different question. So I would just like to double check.
Yes, she's got two different questions on that. And then, so she's got her first question on the megas. We do multiple questions.
Right. Okay. So let me finish the first question first. Sorry, that just threw me for a loop for a little bit there. All right. So I do feel that moving forward, there is room for growth with the softball team. I've also got the 3 of wine glasses, or the 3 of cups. This is celebration. This will be a good team energy for her. So she will move forward with that really well. She'll fit in really well. Now, I've got the 10 of Pentacles reversed. And this is saying to me that I think she will be with this team for a while, but in the longer term future, I feel that there is further growth that may lead to another team. But for now, I do see that this is going to be a good move for her. It looks like it's going to balance out. It looks like it will be offered to her, because this 3 of Cups is such a strong celebration card. And Casey says, oh, very nice. Now let's let's move on to your second question, Casey. And if you could pop that up again and let's have a look. And the second question is, will Leon and I have a great time next week? The moon will be in Leo and then Scorpio. What should we do to use the energy best? Well, I'm just going to ignore the moon part at the moment because I don't have my astrology here to double check how they're all interacting with each other. So let's ask about having a great time and how you can use your energy and how Leon can use his energy to make the best of it. So here we go. All right. So I've got the Knight of Wands reversed. Sorry, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So this is saying to me that things are very steady with you. I feel that things are going to be very steady for you in the next week as you are having a great time together. You've got a good, solid foundation. I feel that this time that you have with Leon is going to go slowly. It's not going to be a rush, rush, rush kind of thing. You're going to take time, not moving through fast. I also have the King of Pentacles reversed. And hint, Leon is a Leo. Well, look at his name as well. Isn't that a nice combination? And so I feel that for him, he is going to let you take the lead because this is the King upright. So I feel like your time together, you're going to have a great time together, but he's going to let you take the lead around what it is that you want to do. So let's add some T coins to that. And we've got the cross. And the cross is saying to me that the cross is all about, fated, destiny, that kind of thing, as well as faith. And kind of feel that for you that this week is going to be really, really good. I actually also feel together is going to be a consolidation. It's going to solidify the relationship between you even more strongly. Let's do another T coin for this. And oh, look, what better one could I finish up with? The heart. This is going to be a great time for you. To sum it all up with Leon, our Leo, you're going to have fun, but he's going to allow you to take the lead. I feel that things will just be a little bit more nurturing together, solid foundation. It's going to make sure that your relationship is going to stay on that firm foundation. It's kind of a destined thing for you, and you're going to have a great time, and it's going to be filled with love. So I do hope that helps, and I'm going to pass you on to our beautiful bunny.
You're muted, sweetheart. And you Squirrel's title.
I've done it. So hello. You want to know, will Leon and you have a good time next week? And you want to know how to use, will the moon energy be in Leo and Scorpio? What should we do to use the energy best? I love this question because I get to use dice. Now I get to really drive it in certain specific directions for you. First and foremostly, not only are you going to have a good time, your outcome here, regardless of how this goes, is a good time. I do feel like there's a need for you to take charge because what I'm thinking is he feels very confident in himself right now, especially with this kind of Leo energy going on right now that we're in. He feels very confident in himself. He wants that same strength transferred to you. So it kind of goes off of what energy was saying about how he wants you to take the lead. He wants this same strength for you. He wants you to be his Queen of Wands. And look at the suit. Look at the lines. Look at the fire. Look at the suit here that you have. He is waiting for you to turn this way and match his energy almost. And that's a good thing. So where there's going to be a little bit of conflict for you guys this season, firstly, you two are going to have a great time. But this season, specifically during this time, there may be some conversations about finances that you two may need to iron out. You two are going to have a lot of conversations during this time frame between the two of you. And that's going to essentially almost be the building blocks to where the relationship goes from here. And especially with that strength card, you're building on the foundation that you already have. So that's why your finances come up with a 5. Leo is always confident. I don't know. He will want me to take charge. He's a Leo. Sometimes, and here's the little fire sign fun things. We love being in control. We love that. I'm Sagittarius. We die for control. But sometimes we want to see our partners meet us on our level. And sometimes if you can't always meet us on our level, we just go like, now we have to do everything. So I think what's happening is not so much that he wants you to take full control, because he's a Leo. He likes to take control himself. But there's more so a need for you to meet him at his boss. So where you're kind of a little bit, not underneath him, but a little bit more submissive, he wants to see that fire come out in you too. And I think that A, he finds that very attractive, but then also B, he wants to see you. It's just a matching energy. With a fire sign, you got to match us at our happy, at our sad, at our petty. You have to match us in every situation we have. And he wants to see that from you. And then also he wants you to focus on you having a good time. He wants this to be a good time for you. So sometimes when that happens, he is willing to step back and bring it back so that you can have a little bit of that control, that fun, and see where you want to go. Sometimes it's good to lead. So you have a 5 here at ideas. Casey says, yes, he does. I'm a Leo rising. Yes, yes. See, you're getting it. It's about matching that energy, because we always want someone to meet us at our boss and our petty and our happy and our sad. We want that same level, especially for a partner that we love and respect. And that's what he wants for you. So you have a 5 here in the realm of ideas. 5s to me are kind of like a road blockage sign. That's a 5 is a number of, we're not quite there. We're stalling a little bit over the speed bump. We want to get there, but we're not quite there yet. So in terms of ideas that you may have for what it is you want to do in this, you may want to start a little bit of planning ahead. I feel like your ideas are a little bit blocked right now. So a lot of this 5, 5, 5. Look, and it's really funny you say that. You have a 5 in the finances, a 5 in things to avoid, a 5 in decision making, and a 5 in ideas. You drew a lot of 5s in these dice, a lot of roadblocks. And it's almost like you need to find that confidence within yourself. So this energy this week especially is him allowing you to take charge to find that confidence for you. When you don't have the confidence you need to push forward, what do you get? You get a lot of 5s, a lot of roadblocks, a lot of stalling. So this is about him wanting to help you find the confidence. You two are building the foundation of a very solid relationship, especially where this 10 of Cups comes from. A very solid relationship. And now he wants you to show him what you need, what you want, and what you desire. And that's how you two are going to utilize this weekend to the fullest, honestly. Utilizing what you have, figuring out how you want it. Casey said, that is a confirmation for me. He's 555 and I'm 526. See, them numbers are important because there's a 2 here too. There's a 2 here and it's a mess. These numbers align for a reason. That's why I love dice. They're fun. So remember, use this time to build on what you already have. A lot of 5s is good, but also 5s can mean roadblocks in your confidence. So let you take charge. Tell him what you want to do. Think of some fun ideas and then push forward. Have these tough or complicated conversations so you can build upon what you already have. This is going to be a wonderful time for you. This is going to be great. Just right now, bolster up your own confidence. Get that Leo in you. Yes, boss. #boss energy. Feel it, embody it, embrace it, and then move forward with him. Be a power couple. Oh, I love that. So I'm going to pass you guys off to Journey. I hope that helped you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Bunny. And thank you, Energy, for that. And so what I'm looking at when you were talking about the situation and are you going to have this great week? And I'm going to tell you, starting off that week, you're going to start off with your Cancer. So your Sunday, which is the beginning of the week, is going to start off. She said, very helpful, and thank you. So your Sunday is going to start off in Cancer. So that Cancer energy can decide what is going on. So if you're going into next week, so this Sunday would go into that Cancer moon. It's actually the last day of that Cancer moon because Leo is 3 days long. So he's going to feel extremely in his power and in his element. So, but the reason I bring up Sunday, she goes, we see each other Wednesday. Okay, but even though you see each other on Wednesday, when you see each other on Wednesday, whatever communications arise on Sunday, try your best to control one's emotions because they can get a little high for these next two, for Saturday and for Sunday. We're looking at Cancer moon on both of them. You want to make sure that you guys are balancing out that energy. You don't want anything going into your Monday, your Tuesday, and your Wednesday, which that's going to end up being your Leo time frame, because what's going to happen is there's going to be that strong feeling into the Leo energy, and it'll be on him. Because on that Wednesday, which is funny, you're saying that, is that Wednesday is the new moon, it's in Leo, and then you've got followed by, you've got that Virgo and that Libra, and Libra's 3 days long too. So Virgo is only going to last for Thursday and Friday, but then you've got, 3 days of Libra, which sometimes Libra can make balance for just themselves and the chaos can continue. So it's like high emotions with you've got Venus in retrograde that is making us sensitive already. And then Cancer starts tomorrow on Saturday. So the energy that's going on is just make sure you're not allowing the sensitivity to go into that Leo energy, because he'll run with it. But to answer the question, are you going to have a great time? Absolutely. But I wanted to warn you guys of that energy of Saturday and Sunday. And even everybody's like, oh, it's not a full moon. It's not crazy. Cancer can take you down a road that you may not like. And it didn't mean to be that way. Or it can take you down that road that's very loving, very caring, very special, beautiful messages between the two of you. So allow yourself to, try to tap into that lovey stuff, because that lovey stuff will bleed into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So when you get to that Wednesday, it's an explosion of love. It's an explosion of just this beautiful energy. And him being a Leo, he's going to want to drive it home when a Leo feels something, they will push it forward. They will hold on to it. They like it because you make each other feel great. But I'm going to tell you right now that things are going to come together. They seem very strong. So that's why I said, make sure that you are feeling each other by the weekend. Like, make sure we're putting ourselves in that good, comfortable energy. If you feel like there might be a tad of an argument or a little sass in his ass, try to avoid it. But for the most part, I'm seeing a beautiful week, between the two of you, seeing each other and doing that. And you did say Scorpio, so I'm assuming you're going to see him on Wednesday, and it's going to go all the way up until we get to that point when we're hitting that Scorpio energy. So I do feel like things are good. I don't feel like you have too much to worry about. Bring in that love on those next 2 days, because you want to amplify it with that Leo energy, because fire and water can balance each other out real nicely. So I want you guys to feel all of that amazing energy, being able to move forward. I don't feel any hiccups. I don't feel any hiccups there. So that's why I said, just make sure, because we have the power of our own energy, and that Venus is playing us to be a little bit more sensitive than normal. So something could be accidentally taken the wrong way, and it could be a downward spiral. So there is that fine line right now, that if the straw that can break the camel's back, and you don't want to do that to yourself. And I don't think that's the case, because I'm not seeing it, but I can't wait. The thing is that you guys are just going to spend this beautiful time together. There is a deeper emotional connection. And when I say that, I'm looking at you guys having that deeper conversation. I feel like we're going to the next step of how deep this love is going. So I do see a seriousness here, but it's a very loving serious, and nothing negative made it happen or anything like that. The deep conversation is just something you guys are feeling, that love that you just had, and then all this other stuff starts coming in. You guys start to feel that strong emotional connection. You really start walking it forward. She put, yeah, we keep talking that. Oh yeah, it's your guys' level of connection has gotten to a point where You guys need to talk about that deeper. All right, what's our next phase in this situation? Do we live in the same house? Do I put a ring on it? You know what I mean? There is so much energy there that I wouldn't be surprised if he puts a ring on it. Anyway, she put, yeah. Not saying he's doing it this week, girl. She said frozen. It's not this week. Calm down. I'm just saying you guys are getting into that type of love, girl. It's getting strong. It's becoming real. But as a Leo, he is definitely one for passion. Leos are very passionate. You know, they love to be able to take care of the person they love. And trust me, you don't want to go near the person they love in the wrong way. They will destroy you. So if anybody, let's say anybody tried to come into your life to grab your attention, they won't come back with a face that'll be gone or a throat. That Leo will take it out. She put, oh yeah, you've seen him. But the thing is that with the way that you are not looking anywhere else. This man already owns your heart in that sense. And he feels that same way. He feels safe. He feels that he can protect. He feels very confident about your guys's relationship. And, you know, with the new moon on the day, because you said Wednesday, which would be the 16th, there's that new moon. It's in Leo. And then it goes into Virgo. So it goes right into Virgo. So the Leo energy of Wednesday is not very long. It's very short because Virgo takes over basically right before the day ends. She goes, he's amazing. Absolutely. I see that. You guys are good for each other because like I said, we go into that new moon. I think it's around 9:30. Give me like 9:30, 9:40, somewhere around that time frame. And then it switches over to that's when the new moon starts. And then you have until probably just minutes before it switches on to the next day that Virgo takes over. So you're just like minutes before. So you have most of that night in Leo, and then it goes into Virgo, which makes me understand why the deeper conversations and really wanting to know why this is going forward. Can I ask if you see Kathy making the Panthers softball team waiting to hear back? Okay, so when it came to that situation, yes, but not the only team that wants her, just so you know. So there will be options that you can discuss, but yes, if that's the team she's wanting, then absolutely. But you and the mister, you guys are going to have a great week together. And try not to, okay, Casey, I'm going to say, try not to giggle when he's talking seriously, because he is going to be all in his mane. It's going to be showing. He's going to feel so proud. And sometimes he says things that make you giggle, but that is not the moment to giggle. So don't do that to yourself. Because you'll hurt his feelings. He'll try to hide it, but you'll see it. She says 9 tryouts, and but all no one knows so far. There's still 2 left. Okay, I saw options. So yes, she will have options. So sounds like these last 2 are going to pan out for her. The thing is that be serious when it comes to being serious. Be loving when it's coming to being loving. Don't overanalyze. Don't overthink. Live in the moment. That's what I can say about your guys this week, because it's going to be beautiful. And I pretty much said a few things that the girls had already said, but I just felt the need to repeat them just to reconfirm them, because they had mentioned that too. So you're just absolutely beautiful energy. So excited for you. Casey, it's always nice to see you here. Very happy. And we lost the banner. It scared me for a second. I was like, oh crap, we got a tech problem. No, it wasn't. She said, okay, I'm going to buy a mediumship for a friend of mine. Oh, well, thank you, sweetheart. And we appreciate you. And she said, thank you. You are so welcome, sweetie. All right, let me get myself out from underneath that banner there. All right. Absolutely beautiful energy. Let's go ahead and draw a card for you, Casey. You've got the Knight of Air. Air again.
Lots of
Air
too.
again.
Lots of
So the Knight of Air, it says events will happen at a great speed. Take time carefully to review your options and create a solution. That's something I was warning you about with that, is when that Cancer energy hits this weekend, be kind and love each other, even if he's got a little smart ass comment. Put it in your belt for later. Don't use it. You want to have this good energy. She says, give me a few. Okay. Well, we're only going to be here for just a little bit longer. Okay. Let's see. Thank you all. You are so welcome, Casey. Thank you so much for being here. All right. There was a lot of important and long. Okay. So we had the 3 days of Leo prior to that, and then it's only 2 days of Cancer, but then we went 3 days into, the 3 cycles of the moon for cycles. 3 days with the Virgo. So Virgo was there for quite some time.
Yeah.
And then Libra was followed behind that with another 3-day special. So, it was like
that Virgo energy is where those deeper, but it's not just the deeper conversation, it's the detail. It's like, what do we practically want to do moving forward? That's the other exciting thing. So it's like going to start off with fun and lighthearted. Let's get playful, but now let's get into what we're really here for. And that's that foundation that we've all spoken about as part of the reading.
That was why I was like, where's my relationship going? Are we going to the next level? Where are we going to move in together? Are we going to do this together? They're going to get into those details. Yeah. But I didn't see anything negative about the details, which they might make you a little nervous because it's new and fresh, but I have never met a Virgo that doesn't get overly nervous because they overanalyze.
Yes.
And even in Virgo energy, we get that way. When the moon goes into these phases, we're affected by that energy, even if it's not our sign. So if it's part of an element that we are not normally used to having, it will affect us in a different way. It may not affect, let's say, a Virgo in the same way. They feel in their power. And I laugh because I watch a lot of Virgos in the moments where, like, Virgo, the moon is in Virgo, and then all of a sudden they're so not overanalyzing. Yeah. They're so confident in that moment. And it's like, wow, when you get in your power, look at what you can be and how strong you become.
And that's where that inventiveness and creativity, that practical inventiveness and creativity that Virgos have really comes to the fore.
Yeah.
Squirrel was just talking about that in the transits and you guys, so make sure you guys are watching those too, because Squirrel breaks down everything in the week ahead so you guys have an idea of where things are and where they're going. So that way you guys can see that direction and something that you can possibly embrace or avoid.
Absolutely.
Ooh, so much energy.
Yes.
Energy. Every time I say your name, I feel like I'm calling you out, and that's really I feel bad. The energy with the E.
Well, wait, but don't worry. Destiny has a rap that she'll have to sing it to you. And,
oh my gosh.
About Energy's name, because it's hilarious. Energy, you still got to hear it. She's been wanting to do it with you so she can sing it to you.
I can't wait. A song about me. That's a first.
At least a positive one. Absolutely. And it is great. It is great.
Right. I can't wait.
It's so fun.
Well, let's keep it going, guys. I forgot where we were at. Who was next on the list?
Ooh.
Besides that.
Oh, good question. I'm not sure. I've lost track. We've been having so much fun.
My mind, but it's okay. I'll take the next one and then we'll just go that way.
All right.
Sounds good.
I'll take the next one. Who do we got next? I got Lizzie. It says, hi, please may I ask when my husband returns back to rekindle our marriage. Oh. Looking at the situation when it comes between the two of you, as much as I want to say, yes, you guys are going to be able to rekindle soon, I don't feel that is something that's going to happen at the current moment. I do feel like it's going to take time. There are moments of silence that I'm seeing between the two of you. So I don't know if you guys aren't communicating at the moment, but that is causing a wedge between the two of you healing and moving forward. As to say, will it ever happen? I do feel like you guys will have the chance to talk, but I'm not getting a definite yes on the rekindling part. I do feel like you guys will talk a lot of things out at the moment, but there's still too much in between to give you 100% yes on that. And the reason that is because there's the lack there of these conversations. And without that communication, it's only making you guys more, it's making you more upset and him not knowing what to say. And I feel like that's causing, it can cause a huge rift. Now, and the reason I can't say yes to it is at the moment, I'm not seeing it. I only say it if I see it. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing that situation mending itself just yet. There's a lot of things that need to come together first before you guys can actually start to work things out. And communication is the first key. So I don't know when the last time you guys spoke with each other was, but we need to work on that communication. Unfortunately, I just wasn't seeing any communication between the two of them. It was really, really hard for that.
Yeah,
So.
that's always really difficult when there's just like no communication
Right.
available.
Right.
And then it's hard to know sort of, you know, where each person is at, you know, obviously not on the same page at this point in time. But it is hard. We're sending you hearts and loves.
Yes, lots of love
Absolutely.
from us over here.
Yeah.
When you get the chance to communicate when you're going through something like that, you don't want to go unheated. You don't want to go overly upset. You want to go in open-minded and willing to hear the communication. You want to hear that communication.
Yeah. Avoid playing the blame game.
Yeah. Hear each other out so that way you guys can figure it out together.
Yeah,
So
it's really easy to put blame on people, but you got to fight the urge. You got to fight the urge to do it because it doesn't solve anything.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree. All right, we've got a winner for our emoji contest. Yay! We got Lynn B. Lynn, congratulations.
Congrats.
All right. We are going to be pulling some cards here for you. I'm going to be reading from the Sacred Forest. The ladies have some cards they would like to pull for you and some tea coins. We got some tea coins and cards coming at you. But I'm going to go ahead and start us off here as we go with the Sacred Forest. So let's start off with Journey this time. All right. So let's go ahead and shuffle these up for you, Lynn. And thank you so much for all those beautiful emojis. Let's go ahead and start off with acceptance. Now, Lynn, it's time to start accepting things for what they are and stop looking or keeping your head in the clouds when it comes down to the situation. I don't want you to sugarcoat or cloud yourself over, you know, what's really happening. So I want you to be able to accept things for what they are and move forward, but do not sugarcoat and do not make them out to, don't give it excuses, because what you're seeing it as, accept it. So if they're showing you their true colors being an ass, they are being an ass. Okay? When it comes to that, we're going to pull the Phoenix transformation. All right, we got transformation there. So by accepting the situation, you're allowing yourself to burn off what no longer serves a purpose and to move forward with this beautiful transformation. You're no longer going to be the punching bag. You're no longer going to have to get beat down by the negative energy. You're going to be able to allow yourself to grow and move forward. This is going to be beautiful as you transition to the next level. You'll stop going in them same circles where you find yourself going over and over and over and over again. You hear people say it all the time. Why don't things ever change for me? If you keep living in the same circles and you keep accepting, or you keep making excuses rather accepting things for what they are, you make excuses or you keep your head in the clouds, you're never going to see how to get out of this circle. So don't allow yourself to keep replaying or reliving the same things over and over again. All right, so let's go ahead. You got the Pegasus, which is transcending. So, wow, you've got acceptance, transformation, and then transcending. So not only do you transformate, you transcend. Girl, you are going places. But you've got to let the things that are holding you back or the things that are keeping you on that same track, you've got to let those things go or see it or call it out for what it is. I'm going to tell you right now, if you can accept things for what they are, you're going to be able to there's going to be a transformation in your life. By that transformation, it's going to take you to that next level, which is transcending. So I honestly, truly believe, let things be what they are. Do not make an excuse. Do not put your head in the clouds. Do not stare into the stars in that way, meaning you're not looking at the picture. You're busy focusing somewhere else, because I love looking at the stars. But I definitely feel like things are, this is very strong. The only thing holding you back, you. It's not the people around you, it's you. So accept things for what they are so you can go forward. I'm going to pass this over to Energy.
Wow. Well, I'm going to add on to this reading for you. And I'm actually using tea coins and cards today rather than tarot for this. And the first thing that came out was the sword. And part of accepting where you are is also understanding what you need to let go of. Sometimes when we're in that space of not accepting things, we keep holding on to things that don't help us anymore, that don't serve us in the most positive way. So this is about cutting loose things that are no longer serving you, people that are no longer serving you. I also have the tea coin for the throat chakra, and this is saying to me that it's time for you to speak up. I feel that when you speak up, you are speaking out about what is expected to be said, as opposed to what you truly feel. It is now time for you to actually speak your truth. Now, I know that's lingo, that's sort of in quotes and all that kind of thing, but it really is time for you to speak out and speak up. And if that means that you have to cut some cords with people, then so be it. Because just sitting back and not doing anything is not moving you forward. Now, if you can do this, if you can accept the reality of where things are, take some action on releasing what is no longer needed for you, then you will be able to dance more lightly in life. I have the dancer, and it is about you lightening up a bit. You know, things have gotten so serious for you, my dear, and I want you to bring your joy back that is within you. As I've said before, happiness is an inside job. So is joy. You can't rely on other people to make you happy. They do things where you feel happy, but true joy and happiness comes from within yourself. That is the acceptance that you also need to come to. So remember, time to cut some cords on the things in your life that aren't serving you, that are holding you back. Accept the reality of where you are as opposed to what you are dreaming about. And then you will be able to dance more lightly and come from that space of joy. I do hope you found that helpful, and I'm going to pass you over to Psychic Bunny.
Hello. So you ended up with 3 cards on purpose, on accident, because I meant to draw 2, but you got 3. So lucky lady. So the first card out is from my hummingbird deck, and it's called the Powerful Warrior card. If I could get the light right, it's a beautiful card. Look at the shining beacon of cute. That is you. You are the shining beacon from within. This card says, don't feel small. You are stronger, braver, and more valued than you know, and it's time to tap into your true source of power. And I think that speaks 100% into everything that is going on, especially between energy and journeys readings as well. There's a need for you to kind of tap into this inner strength that you have. It exists, it is there. But then I drew these 2 other cards that made me think very interestingly. This is called Clear Out the Old, and Higher Ground. So I think with the Higher Ground card specifically, you need to realize you exist on higher ground. You are on higher ground. You are on a higher plane. You are so much better than what you have allowed people to give you. And unfortunately, sometimes when we've been given something not so great for so long, we end up believing it. And unfortunately, that may be what has happened here. You sometimes believe the doubt that's been placed into your head. It's not that you have actual doubt in yourself. Sometimes you believe the doubt that you are fed by others. You have to remember, you're not as small as you think you are. People want you to be small. People want you to be in a box, essentially. But you have to clear that out. And that's why this clear out the old card has come in very strong here, and why it came out in between the both of these. Because there's a need for you to clear out people who treat you like this, energy from others that treat you like this. This is something that you need to allow from within yourself to just break away from. It's almost like you have to take that higher ground. The higher ground is you breaking out of it. The higher ground is you finding confidence. Push forward, push out, because these people who talk to you like this and treat you like this are not the ones who are within your best interest to keep around. You have to remember, you are significantly more powerful than you thought you were, or you think you are, or would have been. You are capable of so much. You have so much potential, and it's all untapped. But once you start clearing out this old, like everyone has said, clear out the people, clear out the foolishness, clear out the BS, clear out the energy, you then can become this powerful warrior that I know you are, and everyone else here knows you are. So I do hope that was able to help you, and thank you so much. And I hope this was able to help give you some clarity in some way.
And congratulations for winning and all those beautiful emojis. All right. Guys, we are going to keep it going and go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got? We got another mega reading. Woo, woo. All right.
Yay.
We've got Badass Mama is what I'm going to call her.
I like
the name. That part. I just wanted to say that part. You know me. Gives me reason. Oh, by me saying her name, that just reminded me, guys, to remind me after this to tell you guys my joke. I've been waiting for a certain time frame to tell you my joke.
Oh, yeah, so we're way past the time frame.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that time frame to get to that part. All right, so we're going to start off with energy, head up with Bunny, and then finish up with Journey. All right, here we go.
Okay. All right, so I've got to say it the right way. Badass Mama. I love that. I love that name. And she's asking, I want to know what it is that's holding me back in my personal health and career goals. Been feeling stuck. Well, sweetie, we can't do anything on health because that is a medical question and we're not allowed to do those by law. But let's have a look at what is holding you back and generally helping you feeling stuck in your personal and career goals. So let's see what we have. I'm going to start off with career. That's where I'm being drawn first. What is holding you back in your career? All right, I've got the Queen of Wands reversed as my first card. And this is saying to me that I feel like you've lost your energy. You've lost your va-va-va-voom, if you like. And this comes into your personal life as well. And when I talk about energy, I'm talking about energy, your passion for life, your passion for what you do. I'm not talking that your physical energy is low, although I have to say when we do lose our passion for something, our physical, emotional, and mental energy usually drops down as well. So I feel that one of the reasons you're feeling stuck is that you've lost your passion. There's a sense of feeling a little bit lost. And I want to add a T coin to that. And what this is saying for you moving forward is to go step by step. I have the camel here. The camel just keeps going step by step to get to one side of the desert to the other successfully. So this is a card of, a T coin of success with effort. So the first thing you need to do is start finding out where your passion has gone. What are you passionate about? What are you passionate about in your personal life? What things do you love to do? What is it that gets you up in the morning and makes you want to go, yes, You have to look back in that. Go back and have a look. Where was your passion before? Is it still the same? Or is there something new that you want to create? I do feel like you are feeling a bit low at the moment. I've got the wishes fulfilled card upside down, and that wine is draining out. It's almost like it's getting too hard for you at the moment emotionally. So it is about you getting yourself centered again. It's about getting yourself grounded again and getting that energy. But the good news is I've got the Knight of Wands. I do see forward movement. I do see your energy coming back up. I see you getting passionate again. You know, there are times in our lives where we go through cycles and we need to have a little bit of a lull. We need to have that little bit of a quiet time. And I think you're finding that really, really confusing. So with this Knight of Wands, it will come back. Understand it's not going to be like that for the rest of your life. You will find it. You are in a lull at the moment. Now, I'm going to go specifically to career and work and see what that has for you. I feel like for you, I've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Coins reversed. I feel for you that work isn't nurturing you anymore. I feel that there are some issues going on in regard to your work and career that is making you drop down your energy levels again. I know it's a bit of a pun, energy, talking about your energy, but that's where it's at. It's about your energy. So I feel that at work, you don't feel like you have enough control over what you're doing. And so you're starting to question, not only is this not the right job for me, is it the right career path for me? So I feel that you've come to a stage in your life where you're looking at making some big changes, but you're scared. There's a lot of fear there that I'm sensing. It's like, what if I choose the wrong thing? What if I make a mistake? You know, we do make mistakes, but we always learn from them. So in terms of your career getting unstuck, it's about you analyzing it. I encourage you to do a SWOT analysis on yourself. That means look at where your strengths are in your abilities for career. You look at the opportunities that you want to bring in. You look at the threats. Now, I changed that word threats to challenges. What are the challenges at work you want to overcome in terms of a career path? And where are the areas where you don't feel strong enough? You need to do a little bit of self-analysis in order to help you understand why you're stuck when it comes to your career. Now, you can apply that same premise to your personal life. Where do you feel strong within yourself? Where do you feel less strong within yourself? What is out there in your life that brings you joy? Those are the opportunities. And that, as Mum is saying, yes, very much resonating. I'm so glad to hear that. And then in your personal life, what are the challenges that you need to face, not avoid? So overall for you, it's your personal life and career are kind of intertwined into one thing. This is a big major milestone for you in moving forward in your life. And so self-analysis, and we talked earlier about, don't overanalyze, but this is the case where you do have to look within, look at what has been working, what hasn't been working in those areas of life where you're feeling stuck. And then it's about you making a decision, because life is about choices. So make a decision to make a change. Don't let fear get in the way. I do hope that helps. And now I'm going to pass you over to Bunny.
Hello. So to kind of jump off of what energy was talking about, because I see a lot of parallels to what I drew here in energies reading as well, there's a need for you almost, it's like, how to describe it? You're very stuck. You're stuck. Of course you're stuck. You have a lot mentally going on. There's a lot of lack of confidence going on. There's a lot of not 100% feeling yourself going on. So you kind of come in with this hanged man. This hanged man is talking about that need for you to kind of push, but then also push outside of what you may be comfortable with. Sometimes when we are in these roadblocks and these challenges, what can end up happening is we forget essentially how to try something new, do something new, push away. We sometimes get so caught up in our fear and our illusions of what's happening in front of us. We forget that, hey, this is supposed to be an adventure and we're supposed to be pushing off and doing different things. And it's okay to be stuck a little bit. So I did draw 2 hummingbird cards for you. The first one is a forward motion, very beautiful card. Unfortunately, my lights are super duper bright. However, this card says, get up off your perch, Move your body, usher in new energy, create positive energy. Badass Mama says, I've definitely felt low energy and a lot of racing thoughts, and I have so many things I'm trying to do at once. And that is 100% understandable, especially it feels like time is moving so fast. Sometimes it feels like we don't have enough hours in the day to get A, B, X, Y, and Z done. Sometimes there's not enough days in a week to get it done. But we also have to remember, in this fast-paced situation, this fast-paced energy we're feeling right now, this card right here called Clear Skies Ahead. This card specifically is talking about the storm has passed, dear one. Let the rays of the sun warm your feathers as you welcome in a bright new day. You have to remember, this stuck energy is as temporary almost as you allow it to be. You have to find a way to remember, almost in the back of your head, that this blockage is temporary. I need to rest. When we get put on a spiritual roadblock like that, when we are concerned about everything happening around us, sometimes it is 100% okay to just dial it back a little bit and sleep, rest. And I'm a huge advocate for getting about 17 hours of sleep a day. But sometimes you have to rest your body, rest your mind, rest your spirit, rest your brain. Because when we overwork ourselves, when we overprocess what's going on, when we overthink and overindulge in our own thoughts and self-doubt, we will burn ourselves out before we even get a chance to hit the finish line. And I think that's what's happening here. You've burnt yourself out before you've hit the finish line because you're so focused on your 700 million racing thoughts. And that's okay. You are human. You are allowed to have that type of thought process. It's not a bad reflection on you. You, though, have to, in these moments, take a step back and say, I need to rest. There's a need for you almost to remember what you've built. It may not feel like much right now, but you need to take a moment, step back, remember, I've built all of this. I've come through all of these things. So this roadblock, this stuck that I'm feeling right now is temporary because I've done bigger. I've done better. Your name is Badass Mama, for goodness sakes. You've done so much more. And this is just a moment where I think I need to rest. I think I need to breathe. Sometimes this devil energy that pops, oh my goodness, there's two here. So there's this devil energy that pops up. And that's the first thing here. That was a fun little catch I got. So this devil energy can also be indicative with our own attachment to our own self-doubt. When you are attached to your self-doubt, you will burn. You will burn like this fire. But unfortunately, that fire will smack back and burn ourselves. And that's where things become difficult. And that's where we get this stuck energy. Badass Mama says that resonates a lot. I've been building a strong foundation. I want to push through, but it's a lot. It's a lot. But again, your name tells me everything I need to know about you. Badass Mama. You have to remember your own accolades. You have to appreciate the things you have done. You, as a badass mama, are allowed to have moments of weakness. It's a lot right now, but just because it's a lot today doesn't mean it'll be a lot tomorrow. It doesn't mean it'll be a lot next week. Because when you push and you push forward with the positive energy that my way is clear. Remember this card, my way is clear. It is not so bad all the time. Remember, and the way you remember the way is more clear than you think it is. You have to go back in your head and remember what it is that you have built, what you have grown, and remember how appreciative and how much time, work, dedication. Give yourself your flowers. Give yourself your accolades. These situations that you are feeling can be temporary, but you have to give yourself grace, which I'm a huge advocate for, and I've had to do a lot on my own in my own life. Give yourself grace. This moment where you feel hurt, where you feel stuck, where you cannot move any forward because so much is happening to you, give yourself grace and remember, I'm allowed to be weak, but then I'm going to get back up and I'm going to beat everyone's ass. I'm going to get it going. You have to remember that because that is you at your core, and that's something for everybody as well. This Queen of Wands card talks about the fire underneath you that still exists. It doesn't feel like it's there right now. It doesn't feel like you're burning as hot as you used to. That fire is still there. You just need a moment of downtime to bring that fire right on out. And it's going to come out. Things are going to realign themselves. You just have to stop taking away from your emotional or your mental energy. Remember, things fall into place the more we allow ourselves grace. It's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel stuck. It's okay to feel weak. Allow yourself grace. And so your skies are clear. Things are getting better. It just is going to take a minute, but take a moment before you start taking off flight and just flying off your perch. Take a moment to rest, recuperate, cry. I feel like you've been holding that back too. You need to cry sometimes, because when you feel stuck, you're holding so much in and you can't let it go. You can't push forward because it's just sitting there in the pit of your chest. You need to allow yourself to cry. You need to allow yourself time to heal. Tears are healing. Water is healing. Allow yourself that. And once you are able to do that, things are going to get so much better. It just takes time, but it also takes allowing yourself to be weak and vulnerable sometimes. And that weakness is not really a weakness. You're just human. And it's okay to be human. So take your time on this journey. Take your time on bringing yourself out of this rut. It's temporary. It's only for a moment. Badass Mama says, I feel like I've been trying to rest, but not really giving myself a true chance to calm down completely. I'll have to work on allowing that. Thank you so very much. You are so very welcome. It is truly a pleasure. It's going to get better. Just give yourself grace. And I hope I was able, and we were all able to give you the clarity that you were looking for. It's going to be okay. It's going to get better eventually. Just give yourself time. And thank you so much for your donation. We truly appreciate it here.
All right. So, Badass Mama, looking at what has been brought up by the girls and things, and I'm seeing a lot of your energy going out to other people, but the people that the energy is going out to is people who don't deserve that energy. And because people don't, those who are not respecting your boundaries, those who are looking in it for themselves, I keep seeing this male taking advantage of you or making you feel guilty. And I keep seeing a lot of that negative energy, and especially personal life is affected by that. And you just keep allowing everybody to move forward without you, because you keep allowing yourself to want to heal that person. And I feel as though that I know where your kind heart is at, and I feel like you're going to try to give your best, and I just feel like you're giving the best of you to the people who don't deserve it. And she put, nailed it, Journey, Amanda, mind blown. So the thing is that you giving up your energy and basically you're giving these people power. And both of the ladies here have spoken to you about how you're giving up your power and how you're, even with your job moving forward. This is also in your personal life. Your job is taking up all your time, taking up all your energy, and it's a job that basically doesn't deserve you. All the people prior to that are, getting all that you're giving the job more than what you're giving the job 2 people's worth, and they're only paying you for 1 person. You're doing multiple jobs when it comes to career, and you're doing a career that is not, and I'm not going to call it a career. It's a job. Because if it's a career, you're in love with it. You love being it. It's your career. It's something that you're happy with. It's something that you're blessed with. So this is not that. That's a job. That place is just a job. You will have your career. You will have what you want. Stop letting people take from you. stop letting people take advantage of you, because it's not just happening in your work life, it's happening in your personal life, and your personal life is affecting your work life and vice versa. So I'm not surprised that you asked about your health, because it's pulling it down. These two types of negativities, you're getting in at both ends. You're getting it in the work life and your personal life. And either way, that energy is overwhelming. That energy is just keeping you restless at night, and you just have no time for yourself. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have to find a time to when to cut this out, because there's one person in particular that is kicking your ass. But as others have seen that person can take advantage of you, is also allowing other people to see, I can take her energy and she'll just give me what I want. Your kindness, again, we mentioned this earlier, kindness is not a weakness. Your kindness needs to be cut off when it gets brought to where they think it's a weakness that you have that they can take advantage of. So don't allow yourself to be that person who gets taken advantage of, because you can still be kind to others, but only be kind to those that you receive that respect back. You see that appreciation. Not every time they have a problem, it's all about them. They take from you and take from you and take from you, and you're the one suffering. You get nothing out of it. You don't even get to communicate back. You're also, there are just, to me, it looks like recently that you've gotten some friends that have gotten wind of how things have been going in your life. And there are just a few people that are there for you, but the rest of them are just taking and taking and taking. You could say, hey, to one of your friends and say, I'm having a bad day. I need to talk about this. And you're not getting it back. You are not getting it back. You try to communicate, but the thing about it is that they talk about themselves. They overtalk you. They overtalk you. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Allow you to grow. Cut those people out of your lives. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't need to do a mass exodus. But if you can handle that, yes, I would suggest cutting those people. Cut the ties. Put boundaries. Boundaries. But those who have treated you so poorly, that are continuously in your life, cut them out. Throw it away, girl. You don't need it. Allow yourself to grow. Okay? I know that's a lot going on in your personal and your career life, but it is time to stand your ground. And with that, I thank you so much. And she goes, energy vampires everywhere. She says, scissors, cut them out, Amanda. That was from Casey. But yeah, I mean, you are in a place that people are just draining you. And it's like constantly give. And then when she needs to take, no one's letting her talk about her day. No one's letting, or she goes to talk about her day and then it ends up being about them the whole time.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I contacted you to tell you about me. I needed a moment. She says, thank you so much. That so resonates. I'm so glad it does. But I want you to take that. I know it resonates, but I need you to take that step for yourself. At first, it feels lonely when we're in those situations that people are just draining us. And then we're ready to make that energy difference, that change. We're going to feel alone at first because we're so used to that constant draining. She goes, thank you to my first reading also. All of you were so helpful. We are so thankful that happened, that you came to us and communicated. And for that being your first reading, you got 3 of us. It's always a blast having 3 people on the screen and having a good time with my sister psychics here. I have all sister psychics. You notice that, guys? I'm the only boy.
I want to call it.
My grandfather was the only man in his house, and he had 7 daughters plus my grandma. So kind of feeling like him at the moment.
You are surrounded by all the media.
I privately call it Journey's Heron.
That's what it's becoming, isn't it?
I love it. They were calling it was like Journey's Angels. They were talking about Charlie's Angels, and they were like Journey's
That's
Angels.
right.
I like that one. I like that one.
All right. So, Amanda, you got a card pull for that donation. You got the Four of Fire. It's showing here contentment, peace, and abundance, making a happy home life for yourself. Doing this will cause a successful completion of the project that is your life at this point. And, you know, you can do that same thing in your job. Because I know originally you asked about career and health, but with both personal and career life smashing you down. Yeah. And that guy that I'm seeing in that relation, that situation, he's got to go. Like, he's get it gone.
Mm.
And she says, oh, perfect card. And that was it. The Four of Fire. We finally got off the airs, guys. We finally got a fire card, but it wasn't the fire we were looking for.
It was all the show. It was all
She says, Jenny, don't forget to tell your joke. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm ready.
What is the problem with 6.9?
What is the problem with 6.9? I'm stumped.
I'm
The
not.
period.
Oh, my head was going in a very different direction, but I can't.
Now you know why I had to wait until it was much later in the evening to tell that joke.
Look,
Yes.
if you can put a microphone, you just hear the dial-up tone from AOL because there's nothing.
Honey, 69. Think of it. Think.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
but
She said, a good thing ruined by a period. Yes, Amanda knew it too. All right, Amanda. I like the way you
Should I go there and say, have you looked at the glyph for Cancer? Turn it from its side into another direction and you get the number 69.
Yes. I'm okay with that.
I think.
I'm okay with that. I like the way Amanda thinks, though, because she knew exactly where I was going with that. I tried to change it up a little bit so people didn't get the answer, just to make it funnier. All right. You still don't get it,
And
do
you
you?
know,
it's okay, Journey. Just let me go be
I'll
lost in the woods.
after the show. I'll explain
Yeah.
it after the show. Okay. Oh, God, I
and you
love
know
it.
me, I'm always on 30-second delay when it comes to jokes. It's like, oh.
I'll get there
Oh.
eventually. The processing speed just is not
We
with
used to
it.
have a girl on this show. There was a girl on this show that she would go, what? She never got the joke ever.
That's
Ever.
probably gonna be me. I'm just gonna stare at you.
That's me a lot of the time. I'm with you, Bunny. I don't get them a lot of the time.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll explain it to you guys afterwards because we've got some more questions
No,
to
that
get
one I
to real
got.
quick. So let's go ahead and take our next question. Who do we got next? All right, we got a 5-minute reading. Whoop, whoop. All right. Okay, so we've got quite a few questions in that, sweetheart. So we're going to answer one of those questions. Anything that you would like to have multiple questions on, it's got to be a mega reading. So, and I do know that you have another donation after this. So let us know in the comments who you would like to do that reading for the next donated read that you've done. All right, so let's go ahead and start with energy. Choose which one you would like to read on that. And that way we can all read on it.
Let's see where energy is drawn with this one. Oh, I can't help myself. I'm really drawn to the moving to Colorado and loving it. So let's ask around moving to Colorado and how much you're loving it. and we'll see what life will look for you moving forward in Colorado. That's where that's where my energy is kind of focusing for you. So living in Colorado, I do think that I'm so glad you're loving it, because I actually think this has been a very good move for you with this Six of Pentacles. I feel like this move is bringing you back into balance. I feel that you can be who you truly are in Colorado. That's the important thing. I also feel that there's community there for you that you are building up. And if you haven't met a lot of people yet, I see that on the cards. This is a place where you've got to put yourself out there a bit as well. The other thing about Colorado I see is that this move with this King of Pentacles reversed is showing that when you made this move, yes, you wanted to do it, but there was like something holding back. You were holding back a little bit, and you're now discovering that, hey, the fears were there for absolutely no reason at all. Moving forward in Colorado, I do see that this new beginning for you with this Page of Wands is going to work out really well for you. You just got to go step by step. Let's do a key coin here. And I've run out of time, so I will pass you over to Bunny.
Bunny, you're muted, sweetheart.
You know what?
You got the title.
I wasn't trying to be serious when I said I was coming for Squirrel's job, but I guess I'm serious today. So let's see. You want to know about your move to Colorado. And I think my energy is kind of pushing in that direction, revolving around Colorado, because I think what's going to happen is a lot of new is going to happen. Just like energy said, a lot of new is going to happen for you in Colorado. So I see the Judgment card. The Judgment card upright is really symbolic of literally like almost a balance, everything coming to place, justice, things move in the way they're supposed to. Things are moving in the right way. And this way almost leads into your question too, in a way, because there is more coming. Not only are you going to love the location, you're going to love the love that you find there. I think this move just geographically is probably the best move for you. There is going to be a little bit of feeling like you've left others behind though. And that could be something that does come up over time, especially when you talk to friends that you may have left behind from your old location, or just people who you may not talk to or be more communicative with like you used to be. However, I do think I see a lot of strength and perseverance coming through this. So you're going to love what you're doing where you are, and it's going to lead into love. The love you're looking for. The love leads you into love. That's just such a cute way to put it. The love is leading you to love. So you love where you're at, you love your job, you love what you're doing, you love the state you're in, and that opens you up bigger and stronger to that love that you're kind of hoping to find. So you just have to give it some time, but you will get there. Just give yourself maybe about another Glenafell. I'm so sorry. I keep pronouncing Glenafee. I'm so sorry. You have such a pretty name though. I do feel the love, and I feel like Colorado. Yes.
All right. Don't you worry about that, Bunny. I butcher names all the time, and I try not to, but it's never a disrespect to anybody. Yeah. All right. So she says, I do feel the love, and I feel like Colorado is home. And that's what I was picking up too when it came to the Colorado situation. I did feel as though that when we talked about Colorado and when you were coming to it, and that things would settle and you would feel great about it. Now it's about, I feel good about it. Now it's time about making yourself, get yourself out there. That way you can make those friends in Colorado to make it even feel more secure. And I do feel like you are going to continue to keep moving forward. I just see more positivity building up here. I find you making yourself more at home, even though you feel like it's home now. Ryan, I've been waiting for you, missed you. Oh, well, Glenafee, thank you. I know it's been a while, huh? So the thing is that I feel as though that this being home, making new friends in that home, you're really going to find yourself with like your favorite coffee shop, your favorite diner, your favorite this, your favorite that. You're going to have friends. Colorado is now home. And the home you once had, yeah, it's now a part of your history, but it's not home anymore because you have now completely been swallowed by Colorado, which is great, which we knew that was coming for you. Colorado was such a great energy coming forward for her, and we had saw it before in a reading, and now, mind you, this was back in season 1 when we talked about that, and she wasn't going to move until we got into the summer season, and now here we are, and now I see that's the kind of confirmations we love. We love seeing these beautiful energies just come out for you and just living your best life with that one. All right, so we got a card, guys. We got a card. Here we go. We got the awakening. Oh, how fitting. All right, so looking at things differently. Don't put yourself in a standstill, but allow yourself to be. It's important for you to be yourself. It's so important for you to be yourself. And Glenafee says, I know, Ryan, haha, it's crazy. No, it's not. It's the way it's supposed to be, girl. And I'm so proud of you for making that. I know that was a hard decision. She was having troubles with that, but I'm glad she finally made the decision to go because it was where the energy was at for her. It just filled her heart. It was so warming and kind, and it was just everything she was looking for all in one place. So absolutely. Glenafee, go ahead and let us know who the person is that you were hoping to get a reading for your the next one. Okay, it is me for the next one. Okay, now we know. All right, well, since we already know what's coming on, let's see that video. All right, 3-minute reading. Whoop, whoop. All right, donated again. She says, I really want to go to this concert. Will I find someone to go with? Okay, so as we were talking about opening yourself up and meeting new friends, allow yourself to make a new friend. Make sure that you allow yourself to start talking and communicating with people around. Like I said, going to coffee shops, things like that, going and doing things that are in the local area. That way you can meet people. And then when you start talking to that friend, you're going to be able to invite them to a concert. Absolutely. Allow yourself to go and meet people. Get that energy going. It's something that you're needing now. You're loving the energy. You're loving the people. You're loving the atmosphere. Now, love you some friends, girl. Love you some friends. But I definitely feel as though that, this is just one step to having a good, solid friendship. It's next weekend. Honey, you can make a friend. It don't take but a couple minutes. You start talking, you start expressing and talking about things that you guys like, things you guys have in common. Like I was saying, go out and hang in like favorite coffee shops, different things. Maybe like there are those places where you can paint. She says, I'll probably go by myself. See, now, in order for you to go with a friend, you can't be your own hurdle. And you just, in that moment, stopped yourself from making a friend. Don't do that to yourself. Go, honey, there are classes that's like paint by numbers. Go out there, go paint by numbers with some friends. They got those classes where you can paint. It's like wine and paint, where you can have a glass of wine and you paint these different images. Go do something like that. By that, you'll be able to hang out with somebody and communicate with them and start laughing and having a good time. So, sorry, there was a bug in here. But I'm not swatting at anything. All right, so the thing is that I do feel as though if you allow yourself to open up and get yourself out there, you will not have to go by yourself. But if you have made the choice to not do those things, then having someone go with you is definitely going to fall flat. But I don't want you to stop or burden yourself with that type of stinking thinking. I want you to open yourself up and allow yourself to meet people, you know, and not always do you have, she put, okay, okay. She said, okay. But yeah, allow yourself. Don't be your own worst enemy. Allow yourself to enjoy the energies that are around you and to get that chance, because the longer you sit without those friends, I will be open. Okay. That's all you need, is to be open. What a wonderful reading, Glenafee. So nice to see you again. And guys, that's right. We are coming back. Season 2 is on its way. But you got these lovely ladies here. And we got Psychic K and Psychic Rose. They are on the air as well. You guys got them Monday through Thursday. 3 of the girls on Wednesday. That is K, Energy, and Bunny on Wednesdays. Thursdays, you've got Psychic Rose. And then Psychic K is on Mondays. That's K, the Intuitive Empath. Energy, the Metaphysical Crone. She says, thank you, Ryan. You are so welcome. And we've got Bunny. I'm going to say you first since everybody else has their show. I'm going to say Bunny on Wednesdays along with Kay and Energy. And then on Thursdays, we're going with the Cackling Witch's Den, which is with Psychic Rose. So, and then of course, Friday's Journey and Friends. Season 2 already started for this show. We've got more coming your way. Guys, this has been absolutely beautiful. We are going to go around the room here, and that way everybody can say their goodnights to everybody. We've been here for the last 3 hours, and it has been absolutely beautiful, and so happy to see everybody back. But let's start off with Energy. What you got, girl?
Look, I've had so much fun. The jokes, the laughter. How can you go away feeling low after you've been here at My Psychic Connection? Thank you for all the amazing questions. We really love every question. It's a blast working with Bunny. Bunny, I feel like I've known you for years. And then being back live with Journey, oh my gosh, that's my dream come true again, to have us all back together. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone, and sending you lots of love.
Everyone, thank you so much for coming and sharing your energy with us. And Energy, it's been so fun reading with you and the connection that we've built together, especially with Journey and everyone as well, with all the crew. I am so happy to be here, and I am so blessed that all of you have built enough trust to allow me to read energy for you. So thank you so much. And I want to wish you all a beautiful, wonderful weekend. Don't do anything too crazy, but do have so much fun. Thank you guys so much, and take care. I'll see you soon.
All right. And if you do something too wild, name it after Journey. All right. So guys, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate you coming and being here. Guys, don't forget to check out all of our YouTube content that's coming out daily and weekly. There's so much to say on there. I'm going to have to make a post for you guys to see all the wonderful things that come out. And there's more coming, and I cannot wait. Guys, I'm going to drop the bomb on this one. For me, I am going to be doing a recording here soon. It's Talking with Spirit. So guys, get ready with that. That'll be a YouTube only content. So guys, make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button that way, and hit that bell so you guys can be notified when those are all dropping. So that way you guys can see everything that's going on. And there's some more stuff, but I'm going to leave that one as a surprise. But I had to throw something out there for you. You know me, it's Journey. All right, guys, it's been beautiful. And ladies, it has been an absolute pleasure being here. Bunny, this is our first time getting to be on the air together like this.
Yes, I love it. We need to do it again because it's kind of a hoot.
You know it. It's coming. It's coming. All right, Energy. It's been a while since you and I have had this type of interaction, but we do get to play in the back, but we don't always get to play out here on the front for everybody to get readings from the both of us. And then we added a bunny to the feature. Journey's adding a bunch of woodland animals to his group here. Love says, "Are you moving, Journey?" ? Yes, I am. That's why the office doesn't look quite the same. The studio's a lot different. So yeah, I am moving. That's going to be happening while we have our break. So thank you for that, because I hate my office not being like the studio does not look its normal. All right, because you guys know me, I have to have it organized. So Guys, it has been a pleasure. I thank you so much for being here and being a part of My Psychic Connection. And from everyone else here at My Psychic Connection, we say thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. From energy to bunny to journey, we say thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody. We're all signing off. See you on Monday.